advertisement.
All right, we're live. All right, welcome everybody to tonight. Tonight we're kicking off our first game in our new series here at the Neighborhood Studios. It is the Neighborhood Game Night, and we're excited to begin our new D&D 5th edition game. We're calling it Tall Tales and Short Stories. That title is both ironic and puntastic at the same time, and we'll figure out why in just a second. Before we get started, I just want to kind of go over a couple of house rules. We are playing D&D 5th editions. We do have a lot of homebrew content. We also have some house rules, but it's pretty much 5th edition. You'll kind of catch on what we're doing. Everything we do is fun. It's going to run really fast, really quick, and we are all about story. Speaking of story, that's me. I'm the storyteller. My name is Trevor Bradley. I am real estate agent by day, bradleyhunting.com. Check us out. Shameless plug. And at night, I am a nerdy storyteller, game master guy. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. Before we really jump in tonight, I do want to mention one more thing. We will have a huge shout out to our sponsor, Meeple Madness. They are a local gaming shop in Braselton, Georgia. The point of this whole thing is to inspire and energize people and entertain people and say, hey, why don't you go play in a tabletop game? Go check it out. Or and the big way we do that is to tell people, go check out your local gaming shop. So Meeple Madness, huge shout out to them. They actually loaned us some terrain and some custom minis that we're going to feature a little bit later in the show. So huge shout out to them. Braselton, Georgia. If you're anywhere remotely close to there, you should totally go check out this store. They also have a big event happening this Saturday, February 24th. It's like a swap meet for gaming supplies. A lot of people are bringing in gaming stuff, old books, or terrain. I saw some of the custom stuff today when I was up there, and it's really cool. You should definitely go check it out. Also, when you go by there, if you mention the Neighborhood Game Night, they may have a surprise for you. They may have a gift for you. So go in there, check it out, mention you saw this, and get your gift. We also have another fun shout out we need to do. So I'm going to pass it over to Kyle, one of our players. He has a shout out for us.
Hey, I just want to shout out the Penny Arcade Expo PAX official Discord. Thanks for Twitch partnering with us. We will have links to the Discord on our social media page at some point.
Yes.
So, thanks, PAX.
Thanks. Cool. All right. Also, big shout out to the Georgia Game Developers Association. We're on their page. We're streaming there tonight as well.
We're not live on Mixer.
Huh?
Mixer's not live.
Okay. All right. So, shout out to GGDA for all their support as well. And now we are going to meet our players. So at first I'm going to begin with the lone gnome in our group. All right, so Chip, why don't you tell us just a little bit about your characters a little bit?
Okay. I'm Chip. I'm playing a forest gnome named Nottingham Boondiggles. And I'm a wizard. I'm 14 years old.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna meet next the halflings. We have 3 halflings. Triple your fun, and we're gonna begin the introductions with Lauren.
All right, I am Layla Lovelight. I am a halfling rogue, and I'm from the streets.
From the streets. Perfect. Okay. Next we have Lance, who's also playing a halfling.
Hi, my name's Lance. I'll be playing Gulliver Gorton Willikers. He is a young halfling bard setting out to see the world and bring entertainment to it.
Going on world tour.
Exactly.
World tour.
At level 1.
At level 1. All right. And rounding out our host of halflings, we have Kyle again, who tell us a little bit about your character.
Hi there, I'm Kyle. I'll be playing Cade Tealeaf. He is a halfling paladin, a Lightfoot halfling paladin, who is traveling with Golly Willikers here as his security.
Security, okay. All right, so we didn't have all halflings and gnomes. We had to go a little bit bigger, but we have 2 dwarves joining the group, and now you understand why Tall Tales and Short Stories is hilarious. So let's meet our dwarves, hailing from Citadel Advar. So Tanner, why don't you tell us a little bit about your dwarf?
My name is Tanner. I am playing a mountain dwarf, Dane Ironfist, who is a soldier by trade, and he likes to slash things with a big axe, as dwarves are wont to do.
That's right, perfect. And then finally, let's talk to, last but not least, Daniel, who's playing our final dwarf.
Hi there, I'm Daniel. I'm playing Randor Splinter Shield, and I'm a mountain dwarf barbarian.
Right, so we got all the meat up front with the dwarves. All right. And with that, is there any more announcements? I think we're good. I think we got everybody. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into our game tonight, which is, again, tall tales and short stories. So let's see what kind of fun and hijinks we can get into starting out. Okay, so to begin, we are going to be playing, it is 5th edition, we are playing Faerun, Forgotten Realms, but again, a lot of the content's going to be a mix of what's in the books and also some homebrew stuff as well. So that's the fun, is kind of writing your own stuff. Okay. So, in the frozen north of Faerun, winter is soon coming to an end as spring is fast approaching. Nestled in a seldom traveled nook just north of Nether Mountains is the Arn Wood. While the sprawling trees of the Arn Wood can be seen for miles across the tundra of the Silver Marches, few dare step foot in what many call the Haunted Forest. Local folklore describes a place where devils run free, and all that enter the wood run the risk of being lost to unknown evils. It is here that the gnomes of Gravelwood call home. It was just 30 years ago that a small group of refugees from the Nether Mountains made their way north and settled in the Arn Wood. Though few in number, they have successfully carved out a little community and have been thriving ever since. The folklore of the wood has kept most outsiders and have allowed the gnomes to live a simple life in anonymity. However, it seems the seclusion that the citizens of Gravelwood enjoyed is quickly evaporating. In recent years, traveling merchants and caravans have discovered the hamlet hidden in the wood and have begun to trade with the citizens of Gravelwood. While the citizens harvest furs and other tradable materials from the wood, it is the elderberry that merchants seek out. This massive Arn elderberry is unique and used to produce rich dyes, delectable foods, and most importantly, meat. Today is the eve of the annual Elderberry Festival in Gravelwood. Festivities for the community are in full swing as caravans are expected to arrive in the next few days. So that is our setting, and now we will take a quick peek at what Gravelwood looks like. So here's Gravelwood. Here's our little village tucked away into the Arn Wood. So let's, now that we've kind of seen what the town kind of looks like, we're now going to go back and see the rest of us here. Okay, there we are. All right, so now we've pulled up, so we've got our character sheets online so people can be following. Okay, speak up. I'm not talking loud enough. Thanks for the tip. Thank you, Dallin, who is doing our moderating and telling me to speak up on the mic. Okay, so now we are in Gravelwood. Festivities are in full array. The snow is still here. It's slightly getting close to melting. You can kind of see some patches coming through the snow, which is great. In the north, the winters are long, they're hard, they're bitter, so everyone's excited that finally it's warming up a little bit, enough for the sun to start to come through, and temperatures are rising, and that means it's time for the Elderberry Festival. So we're super excited about that. So, beginning in the Elderberry Festival in the town of Gravelwood, all the gnomes are running around like crazy, having a good time, partying. We've got music playing. We've got all these festival games. Kids are wearing makeup and stuff on their face and stuff. I mean, everyone's excited. And that is when the halflings arrive. Traveling west from Sundabar, they have made their way and they're entering into the town. And in the distance, one of the citizens of Gravelwood looks out and goes, "Hey, yo, dude, I totally see some of our halfling buddies coming in." And with that, Gulliver is bringing in, playing his lute, announcing his presence as he's accompanied with Cade and also Layla. So the three halflings, and now you come in and you hear this like surfer bro, gnome, and it's one of the there's five families that make up the five clans that make up the city. This is the Pillwicken. You know these guys.
Pillwicken.
The Pillwickens. They're I wouldn't want to say dirt gnomes, but they're the ones that they do all the planting. They till the ground. They're the ones that are really in charge of growing and cultivating this great elderberry.
Sure.
And as you guys come in, you can see everyone's running around with these things. These elderberries, it's massive. It's like the size of a coconut. If you took a blueberry and said, okay, it's going to be as big as a coconut, that is an Arn elderberry. And then imagine how big that is compared to how small gnomes are. They're like watermelon size. They just keep getting bigger, So everyone's all excited, and as the kids are running around, they've got face paint on, and it's all like purples and blues because it's basically the dye that they've gotten off of the elderberries. This whole thing is celebrating the elderberry. And with that, you'll also notice that the colors of the town are mainly blues and purples because everyone is dyeing stuff off of the elderberry. You do see some light pinks and reds as well. It's like there's something else here that they're using, but those are the main colors that make up the clothes and things that people wear here. Of course, you see furs and things like that as well. So you guys are entering in and running up first. You meet Pog Pilwicken. Pog recognizes our friend Gulliver, as he was here last year. He's like, dude, totally excited that you're back here, man.
Ah, Pog, good to see you, sir.
So, who's your friends? I know you were bringing people.
This is my friend Layla Lovelight,
Layla.
old
Awesome.
friend of mine, and this is Cade Tealeaf, a recent acquaintance.
Hey, awesome. Nice stick, bro.
I'm just kind of leaning on it and
And he's looking at his stick, and he's looking at your stick, and he's like, I need to upgrade, man. Your stick looks nicer than mine.
it is.
Well, all right. Well, come on in. Enjoy the festival. And he looks over. He goes, "Hey, Gravel!" And he's calling out. You think he's calling out the town? No. He's calling out to this other gnome. Turns around and he's wearing like a big jacket with a high collar. And he looks over and goes, he's like, "Oh, hey!" And he kind of waves over. He goes, "Let me go invite you all over to talk you over to Gravel. He's like our mayor." Okay, so like, hey, Gravel, it's Fabble Stabble, just so you know. Okay, so, great, okay. So he comes over, and you walk over, and you see mid-age gnome. He's wearing like a cool looking hat and everything. It's like kind of coming up. He's got like a little bunny fur off the top of it, kind of goes off into the wind. And he looks over and goes, "Oh, hello, friends. Gulliver."
Yes, hello.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad you could make it. Y'all a little early?
I'd love to be early. I like to set up and see what I'm working with.
Oh, okay. Well, not to like offend or anything, but there's another entertainer here, and now once he finishes, you're more than welcome to take over after he finishes.
Absolutely, no offense taken. I love the opportunity to expand my horizons.
Oh, perfect. So we kind of like booked you for like tomorrow because he's finishing up his set today.
Sure.
But love to have you. So
Glad to be here.
All right, so anyway, make yourselves at home. Now I will say that a lot of the games and festivities are going on today are really for the citizens, but they would love for you to take place in it. So we've got a lot of fabulous prizes to give out and everything if you want to play some of the games. Each clan here is like in charge of a game. They take a lot of pride in it, but you guys are more than welcome to join in. So if you want to make your way in, and I'll let everyone know that you're here, okay? And who you got friends this time? Sorry,
Yes.
I was so taken aback that you were even here earlier.
Pardon me, how rude of me to not introduce my friends. This is Layla,
Hello.
and this is
Layla.
Cade.
The mayor's, you said middle-aged?
Middle-aged, yeah.
I'll switch over to the hand and extend a hand.
Oh,
Pleasure to meet
nice to meet you. Oh, you're one of the. Oh, you're a knight, good sir. Well, we are very welcome to have you. Knight in silver. Hey, everyone, we have a knight in silver here, and everyone turns around and like cheers to like.
Yeah, and I'm
You're
kinda-
covered with blown.
I'm kind
Covered
of
with
taking my
blown.
robes and
So the entire village of like 30, 40 people,
Yeah.
they're like, hey, So
thank you.
give me a quick perception check.
Sure. 13 plus perception is 14.
14. Okay, so you look across the crowds, everyone's like cheering. You see like women, children, farmers. You know what you don't see? You don't see any guards. You don't see any military. You don't see any weapons outside of like pitchfork, hoe. That's it. So
Yeah.
you're like, wow, y'all made it so long here. How is this possible? That's kind of your first take. You're just like,
Okay.
wow, there's a strong out somewhere. Like
there's nothing here. Like,
No,
like
no.
It's, gotcha.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit on that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You just kind of recognizing. Okay.
Just kind of tightening my robes up a little bit. And,
I gotcha. Okay.
uh,
Very cool.
Golly, what do you say we go find a game? Just to,
Very good. I would like to catch up with a friend of mine before we start any festivities.
And Gravel's like, and who might that be, good sir?
Nottingham Boondiggle? Do you know the lad?
Yes, I know who Nottingham Boondiggles is. You can find him, and he kind of points over, and you see all the Boondiggles. They look a little different. There's like typical. See, the Boondiggles are one of your typical gnomes. Like they're the tinkers. They're the ones always kind of building, mischievous, getting into things. And you can see that they're working on some project. You can tell they're all like, I mean, they've got like schematics out and like, oh wait, no, it's upside down, you know. And so you see all of them, and then once you look over there, you see a smaller Boondiggle that you recognize as your old friend.
I call out across the courtyard to you, hopefully to get your attention.
Golly!
Hello, Nod. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Golly. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. How are your studies coming?
They've been great. I've been practicing so much. I can't wait to show you.
Oh, fantastic.
And that Gravel, he's like, can we not practice in the middle of here? Not again? You know what I'm talking about? Okay.
I mean, I wasn't planning on right now. I could
Good.
if you want.
That's good. No. Just go off a bit next time you want to practice. Just
Okay.
off a bit. Okay. Anyway, so he kind of shakes his head. He goes, anyway, make yourselves welcome. We're getting ready for another festivity here in just a moment. Can I get you anything?
No, I think we are all quite set. Where might we put our belongings?
He goes, go ahead. And he points back, and there's a larger building.
Okay.
They don't have a tavern or an inn here because they don't have a lot of travelers. What they do have is like a great hall.
Okay.
So basically what they do is they make out like bunks and like blankets and stuff, and everyone just kind of communal sleeps in a giant room.
Okay.
So that way.
Okay.
So go ahead that way and check it out. So y'all make your way over. As soon as you pass, an elderly gnome comes up, and she looks over and is female. He goes, "Oh, Ula, my name's Ula Faberstable. Will you be staying here with us, good halflings?"
Yes, I believe this is where we are quartered for the Elderberry Festival.
Oh, I thought Gravel said you were arriving tomorrow.
Yes, we got here a bit early due to some pleasant traveling circumstances. But
No, it's totally okay. I just didn't have everything ready yet.
Oh.
So if you want to come in and drop your things off, I'll make preparations for you. And I was also expecting one, but it's okay. We can make it work.
I'll be happy to help you with whatever preparations you need.
Oh, thank you. That is so pleasant. But no, I can't. I can't ask a knight of your standing to do anything like that. I will take care. I'll take care. So she kind of takes your belongings and shoos you off. Says, "Hey, y'all, enjoy the festivities." As soon as y'all hand that off, a couple of gnomes run over and just like hand y'all big tankards of ale. Like, here, sorry, the good stuff is coming in later, but this is good. This is good. And you look at them and like you can see like the stain of the elderberry, like the Kool-Aid stash stain. Like you're like, oh, you don't like it. So they hand you this. Now you've had it before. And you're like, wow, you remember it's good.
It's very good.
So they hand you the mead. And say, enjoy the festival. Anything? What do y'all want to do? Y'all are at the festival now.
Excellent.
How many times have you been here?
This will be my second visit. I came here last year, and I was here for the festival. It was quite a good time, and I made some fast friends in this little village.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Yes.
Seems like it. How long ago was that?
Last year.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, what game is the best? What game is...
Last time you were here, they weren't having games.
Oh, they had no games last year. The festivities are quite bigger this year than it was. Yes.
Obviously, preparation for your...
Indeed.
Yes.
The kickoff of my tour, as it were.
Obviously.
Okay. With that, I need a acrobatics check from our female friend. So Layla, make a quick acrobatics check.
Okay, so just roll d20.
Yep.
Okay. All right. 20.
Not
All
natural.
right.
It was not natural. It
So,
was.
and what is your passive perception?
Let's see. Where's it? 13.
Perfect. Okay. So while y'all are having this conversation, you look over and you hear the Boondiggles like arguing to your right, and as you kind of look over to your right, all of a sudden you see this thing fly at you, and you like backflip out of the way as this giant crossbow bolt flies by you into a tree, and y'all see it, and y'all look over, and they have a ballista. They have built some type of ballista, and all the Boondiggles were like, "Oh, we're gonna get that fox this time." Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
And as soon as I hear that, I'm moving towards the ballista.
Right. So yeah, they've got a full ballista,
And whoever looks like they're in charge, I'm just gonna walk up to them and say, "Why do you have a ballista?"
Well, and now he's working. Hang on a second. I got my names here. All right. So one of the elderly Boondiggles, he goes, "Why wouldn't we? We found it, and we brought it back, and we made it better."
And, all right, they found it. Is this anything I would recognize?
It looks
particular
like-
craftsmanship,
Yeah. Give me a lore check.
lore being history?
Knowledge. Sure. Yes.
It's gonna be the same for me either way.
Okay.
14.
Okay, it looks like a very large, maybe like orc made this thing, and they have found it, and for a gnome, it's pretty big, and they've mounted it and made it some improvements, and now it's a ballista
Okay.
to catch a fox.
Okay. How much more ammo do they have?
No, they've got plenty. They've got plenty. In fact, they've got it on like a cartridge, so they can just like load that sucker up again. Because you might need more than one shot on a fox.
Is this thing like on wheels?
Yeah.
Is it going places?
Yeah.
Or
They're
is-
gonna
okay.
wheel this around and shoot this giant bolt at this little target.
Okay.
So
Golly, these are your friends?
Of course. Well, some of them. Yes.
Okay.
He's very enthusiastic about technology.
But it looks. You said it looks orc made.
yeah. Originally.
Okay. Where'd y'all find this?
Just across the. If you look, there's like a creek behind here, and it was probably 100 yards past. We found it in snow.
Okay. All right, y'all just be careful.
And the Boondiggles goes, "But of course we are! We haven't had anyone die this season!" Of course it's early. And they all start laughing, like, "Oh, it's an old Boondiggle joke."
Very funny.
For this.
Alright, so you just do your backflip, you're looking around like, I just dodged a ballista bolt
Right.
from these Boondiggles. So what do you want to do?
Golly, where are you taking me? What is this place?
This is Gravelwood, and we're here for the Elderberry
But
Festival.
they're trying to kill me.
Oh, they didn't do it on purpose.
But I could have died.
I don't think that changes the fact.
I'm sure it was an accident. If you go and present yourself, they will offer you an apology.
I'm good.
Okay. So with that, you can hear some horns going off, and everyone's like, "Yay!" And everyone's all excited, and everyone seems to be moving to one side of the village for the first of the Elderberry Festival games.
Let's go that way.
So everyone's like marching and playing and singing and having a good time, making a ton of racket, and you're like, there's no guards. There's no... Okay.
There's yeah. I'm gonna probably hang back towards the back of the crowd.
Okay.
Far enough back to where I can just keep an eye out.
Gotcha. Okay.
It doesn't sit right with me that an orc weapon was found this close to a town with no guard. Although the
Not again.
the Nottingans,
Boondiggles.
the Boondiggles. Yeah, they may have the guard thing under control.
Well, for foxes. They're really going to get that fox this time.
And whatever's past the fox.
Alright, so you're hanging back. You guys head forward up to, there's like a little bit of a hill. And you look up and they've got some contraption. They got these giant, like, barrels set up.
Probably safe.
Yeah, up on a hill, giant barrels. Totally safe.
Is it Boondiggles built this?
Probably. So the Boondiggle that y'all spoke to, the old one, he's running up, and he goes, "Hello everyone, welcome to the first of our festival games. We we drew the short straw. I mean the right straw, because we get to go first. And so they've got these 2 giant barrels, and you can see in there that they were like just dumping elderberries inside of this thing. And he goes, my lovely assistant will want to compete with someone for the Boondiggle Prize. Who is brave enough to go against Dimple Boondiggles? And Dimple comes running up, and she's got like, it's almost like an Olympic outfit where she's like ready to go, you know.
I'm gonna put a hand up on Layla's shoulder and just like pull her back just a little bit.
right. So Dimple, she climbs on top of this, and she throws off her shoes and gets in there and starts squishing the berries around. And then you can see some of the berries, they've got like this contraption where it's like trickling down. They're smashing the berries for the mead. So she's like bunching all that, and then you see like, wait, there's a lot more going on with these barrels. So they've got some type of spinning mechanism as she's doing it. So she got to like jump over this thing as it's spinning around. And then they've got these 2 guys on the bottom that are cranking it. And as fast as they can go, they can get it like a helicopter. So it's like, who wants to compete for a Boondiggle Prize?
Layla, this seems right up your alley.
I just got here and I almost died. I don't know if I want to get on in around
This
that.
is how you establish your dominance.
Okay, I'll do it.
All right. So you like raise your hand, and everyone's like, oh,
She's not from here.
and they're like, yay! Everybody's like, yay, we'll do it. All right. So with that, they start like, you know, bringing you up and everything, and a couple of the ladies come and start taking off your boots and everything, and it's kind of soon, it's kind of fast. You just got
Right.
here.
So can I just chug some of my mead really fast?
Yeah. You're drinking
Okay.
mead and everything. They're taking your boots off, and it's like, and they're like, what's your name? What's your name?
Layla.
Layla. And everybody's
Okay.
Everyone's
As
like
soon as
cheering.
she finishes hers, I hand her mine as well.
And I immediately drink it.
Right. Okay. All right. So yes.
Minor illusion, crescendoing drum beat.
Oh yes. So we've got a drum beat going.
Bardic inspiration. Have one.
All right.
I
feel
Now,
inspired.
how are you inspiring her?
Giving her a pep talk before she goes up there. You could do this. This
Okay.
is all you.
All right.
You could do this.
They don't seem so bad after all. Okay, I guess I can do
All
this.
right. So,
2 drinks in, this is totally
so
safe.
you jump
feel
up
really
there.
good about it.
As soon as you crawl up, they've got like this makeshift ladder. As soon as you jump in there, these berries are huge, and you're like trying to like squash them. And you're like, now I have to really put some force into this. And then you see a couple of the Boondiggles going. They're like spinning this thing as fast as they can, and you see this thing start to churn.
Okay.
At first, it's not a problem. You see it under you, but
Right.
as you smash, it's going to become a problem.
Okay.
Okay, so you start smashing. You start
Alright,
smashing.
alright.
She's smashing, and the music's playing, and it's getting faster. And as the music gets faster, the cranks get faster. Now y'all are both going to have to make acrobatics checks. So make an acrobatics check. She will as well. Uh-oh.
17.
All right. So as the blade is coming around, you jump up.
You could save it.
You can save it.
Okay.
You jump up and dodge it. You look over at Dimple, and she's like looking at you, and she jumps, and that blade just pops her, and she falls out of it. Here we go. Ooh, and they stop. Are you okay? No, and they're like, ooh, that's gonna hurt.
Is it a blunt?
Yeah, but you know, she basically got tossed around. But she got hit by it and was like, woo, and she kind of, goes around. And they're like, ooh, and then she's like, no, I'm good. One more. So they're like, yay! So they start spinning again, spinning. Okay, so again, they start going, so we're going to do another opposed acrobatics check.
All right, whoops. 13 plus 17.
Okay, not a problem. You jump and dodge without a problem. She's looking at you like, ah! And she goes around the circle again, and then finally goes, okay, that's enough. So they stop it, and now poor Dimple, she gets out, and she's just like covered in blue and like nastiness. It's in her hair. She's like, hey! And with that, the head Boondiggle, Rubles Boondiggle, comes up, and he's like, "Here you go, dear. You earned it." And they have like this like rabbit cape that they like. It's all these like intricate rabbit fur pelt that they've made. And they give this. Here it is. Have this gift for us for winning the prize.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
So, all right, so they give it to you. It'll definitely keep you warm, even though we're coming into spring, but it's still cold here. So, all right, and with that, give me 1 second. I will give you the Cape of the Winter Hare.
Awesome.
That is yours.
All right.
All right. So you have won the Cape of the Winter Hare. So she wears it, and everyone's like, "Yeah!" And it's like perfect size, like because they made it for a gnome. She's a halfling. It works.
Close enough.
Works. Yeah,
Sure.
look at that. All right. So they're like, "All right, yeah!" And they're partying and everything. And with that, you hear like in the distance, you hear someone calling. It's like, "Yo, dudes! I think I see your first caravan coming, like totally!" And you look back, and Pog is on the other side of town this time. He's like, "Dude, like totally, I think they're coming in." And everyone's like, "Caravan? But they're early! They're early!" So everyone's like rushing. There's like a mad rush down to the middle of the town as a caravan's coming in. And y'all looking down the path, you see 3 dwarves coming in. They've got a donkey, they've got a cart, and you see some dwarves coming in. And you were here last time. You saw some caravans, but they come walking in and explain it. Describe yourself, Tanner.
Right. Wait, who am I describing? Like the actual character?
Yeah, actual character.
Okay, right. I meant like the character, like to people or to like the audience.
Well, no, depending on what do you look like?
So a brown-haired, actually rather tall dwarf who has just full-on chainmail armor, big axe, shield on his back,
Okay.
throwing axe at his side, and a horn on the other, which can be used for both blowing and drinking.
Okay. And then also accompanying you is our other dwarven friend, Randor. So Randor, tell us about yourself. What do you look like?
Got some red hair, big old red beard. I don't have a shirt on. Who needs shirts? I got a kilt.
Okay.
I got a shield in one hand and an axe in the other.
Perfect. Okay. All right. So you guys walk in, and there's a third dwarf with you. Now he's actually riding in the cart, and he's a bigger fellow, grayish black beard, not armored at all. He's more of a merchant type, you can tell. So they come running in, and all of the citizens come up, and up to you. The mayor comes up to you. He's like, "Hi, my name. Sorry, winded running down the hill. Gravel. Okay, Gravel. Paddle saddle. Hey, sorry." So you could tell that the 20-yard run was a bit much for Gravel, as he's like, so I thought you're early. So it's good to have you. So where did you come from?
I only came from Castle Advar up the road.
Oh, yes, Citadel, got it. Okay. Yes, well, establishment for seating and living is not ready yet, but if you'll give us a minute, go see Ula, at the tavern. I say tavern loosely, it's a hall, you'll see it, it's the biggest building. Go there and let yourselves in and welcome. Just know that we really were expecting you tomorrow, but you're more than welcome to stay and enjoy the festivities. It's kind of a town festival, but you're more than welcome to be here.
Is there any of that meat in the hall?
Oh yes, but of course. He looks at me and goes, Ula, where is that woman? Anyway, yes, go. We'll take care of it. And as soon as that happens, you see a couple of guys run up to you with the mead. He goes, dwarves here. We brought 2 each. 2 each. Here, 2 each.
Oi, cousin! Hands on back.
Okay, yeah. And he's like drinking. He goes, you're right. This is good. I'm glad we made the journey for this. Where might we purchase some more? And the man goes, tomorrow. All of that's tomorrow. Today, festival. Tomorrow,
More festival.
yes, festival. We'll talk about
Is
it.
there any other gnomes holding a full tankard?
Oh yeah.
Alright, I hand him one that I just emptied literally just now, and another one.
Okay. And he runs over, and they've got barrels hooked up everywhere. I mean, it's just free flow.
I get under one of those barrels.
Yeah. so the dwarves have come into town, bearing much gifts, hopefully. Alright, so now we're in the festival. We've had our first game. You guys are here making yourselves. Y'all do end up meeting Ula. Ula walks up and introduces herself. Says, welcome. Lots of people coming early. Spring come early, I guess. I'll bring your things over. Park the cart in the back, and the donkey. We have a hog pen. I wouldn't put him in there. They're kind of ornery, but right outside. Just put the donkey there, and we'll make accommodations. We're expecting you tomorrow. So
You have meat? We can make do.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Sure, dwarves, we have enough meat. So here,
We'll put that to the test then.
and as soon as like word has come out that a merchant has shown up, you see like a couple of the gnomes like running off and like slowly start wheeling in like a cart. And now you remember this last time that you were here, Daniel's characters, Brandor.
Yeah.
They have all these carts that they bring out, and it's like a mall kiosk. They don't have they're not like, it's not a town that have like merchant square or anything, but they have these little kiosks basically set up where they come and they trade goods. They bring in their furs, ties, meat, things like that. So you see a couple of them sneaking off, and the mayor goes, no, that's for tomorrow. No. So he goes, now he's going and arguing with some of them because they're like, there's a merchant here. We're going to go ahead and get the jump on it, you know. So there's a little confusion that one of the merchants has basically shown up early. So, okay.
Now, do I know from my past experience the Boondiggles?
Yes, you do know all about the Boondiggles, and you kind of, you were here last year with the fur traders, so you do remember the Boondiggles. You didn't hang out with them too much because you really spent most of your time with the Pillwickens, which is the dirt, and also the Knuckle Stamps. The Knuckle Stamps were kinds you really enjoyed because they're the hunters. They're the ones that go out and get the furs. You were with the fur traders, so most of the people that you've talked to were in the Knuckle Stamps. So.
What are the other two houses that have Pillwicken?
Oh, so the 5 houses, you have the Boondiggles,
Yep.
the Fabble Stabbles,
Fabble
Pillwickens, Humble Bumples, and Knuckle Stamps. So Boondiggles, that's the Tinkers. Fabble Stabble, that's like the mayor and his family.
You say Humble Bump?
Pillwicken, which is the dirt farmers, the Dude Bros. They have the Humble Bumbles, which we haven't met yet, and then the Knuckle Stamps, which are the hunters, fur trader guys.
So they're the armed ones.
Like hunting armed?
That's a very loose word.
I use armed really loosely.
They
here.
catch rabbits.
With their arms?
Not yet, but we're gonna get them this year. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns?
I just
Has Trevor lost his mind?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Lots of concerns.
Okay. So the festival, the Elderberry Festival of Gravelwood, is in full swing. The dwarves are getting acclimated and drinking and enjoying and getting settled in. Layla's enjoying her new fur.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good, right? I mean, you look down, your feet are completely like dyed purple, and you don't know how long that's going to take to come out. But
That's alright.
totes worth it. Totes worth it.
Goes in my cape.
That's the game. All right. All right. So a few minutes pass while everyone they're setting up the next game. Now this next game that they're talking about looks pretty interesting. This is another game. It's hosted by. It's actually hosted by the Fabble Stabbles, which is the mayor, but it's totally the Boondiggles that are running this thing. So all the Boondiggles are getting ready, and everyone's like pulling up seats and everything and laughing and like, oh, this
Terrified
is my favorite.
of
This
how
is
many
my
things in this town they
favorite.
had their hands in.
Yeah, this is my favorite. So they come together, and you see they're bringing all these big buckets of water, like big, like, I guess like drinking, like what's something like a horse would drink out of, like a giant, bucket of water. And they bring a chair, and they go, all right, who wants to compete for the Fabble Stabble prize? Anybody? And everyone's like, huh?
Can we get any sort of sense as to what the game is?
I don't know, but
Just by
you
the
see
setup?
5 buckets in a chair.
Okay.
5 buckets and a chair.
A chair.
Is the chair like in the middle of the buckets?
Well, it's just you can tell like they're going to be moving them around.
Okay.
Like, they've got stage hands and they've got like a partition set up. Who wants to go first? And one of the Pillwickens, he jumps up. Brock. He's like, dude, Brock's your boy. I got this.
Is Brock kind of stout?
Huh?
Brock kind of
A
stout?
little bit.
He's
a
a beefy guy?
A little bit. Yeah. He works.
Okay.
He's like, dude, I'll go. And he goes behind the partition, and all the Boondiggles come out, and everyone's like, hey! And the Boondiggles like, shh. So they start moving the buckets around, and they start moving the chair around, and they're making sure that Brock can't see. And they're like, okay. and then they all start to cast a spell, and they cast illusion spells on all the other buckets and make them look like chairs. All right, bring him out! And Brock goes, dude, he looks around, he's like looking at all the chairs, and he's like, all right, I gotta figure out which one this is. He's like, you totally tell with the ground, man, y'all miss this. It's easy. That's honest. He goes, and he says, I just fall straight back through it, through the illusion in the bucket. The crowd goes crazy, and he gets out and he's freezing. It's still cold, and now he's drenched. And he gets out and goes, dude, oh man, you boondiggles. God, what's up? And everyone's like laughing. He's like, okay, who's next? Who's next? Anybody want to try the boondiggle challenge? Another one of the Pilkins comes up. This younger girl. She goes, I'll go. Same thing. She goes back. They change the chair and the things around. They cast their illusion spells. She comes up. Splash. Yay! She's freezing, and now she's upset because she's cold. Like she was younger, smaller. She got more wet than Brock did. So yeah. So she comes up like, oh, I'm so cold. But everyone's cheering, and then they bring the child some mead. She drinks it. Like, it's good now. And
Warms the soul.
parenting win. I don't know. All right.
Oh, I see that. I'm just like,
Yeah. It's Europe. All right. So who wants to go? Anybody?
I'll give it a shot.
All right. Gulliver wants to go. So Gulliver goes in the back. They move everything around. They cast their illusion spells, and then out comes Gulliver. Now,
Whoa.
it is an investigation check. Investigation.
19.
19.
Oh.
You look around, you're like, boom. Splash! What?
You Tootsie Gnomes.
Possible? How is this possible? And we're like, ah!
Alright, so I've been watching. Is there actually a chair still up there?
No. Ah, very good. They moved. There wasn't one. There was all buckets of water. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So now you go splash, and you look up, and then all the spells come in, and you realize there's no chair. And they're like, ah! And they look over, and there's a note. There's a gnome, and he reaches over and he looks at the boondiggles, and he hands them some money, and he's like, thanks. Appreciate it. So some gnome you see over there, and he's got this giant hat with this ridiculous feather coming out. His hat is as big as you've ever seen. It's freaking huge. It makes him like a bobblehead. He's got so big this hat and this giant feather, and he just slipped the boondiggle some money.
wonder who that is.
Right. So what do you want to do?
Here now, what's all this?
He goes, what? Wait.
I didn't know we took bets on the game. What's going on here?
Oh, just having a little bit of fun. Just a little bit of fun, that's all. Just little fun at your expense.
Ah, of course.
And everyone's like laughing. He goes, no, sure. Go again. Sorry, it was my fault. It's my fault. I was just wanted to have some fun at your expense. Oh, what is your name, good sir?
I would be Gulliver Gordon Willikers, and whom do I have the pleasure of addressing?
Gulliver! And he takes off his hat like this, and he reaches forward and he goes, Fink Dinkelschmidt, the mighty Fink Dinkelschmidt. You've probably heard of me, the slayer of dragon and the wooer of women.
I'm afraid I haven't heard of you.
You must get out more, good sir.
I take it this is the other...
Yes, it's
yeah.
obvious.
Yeah,
Yes. He's quite flamboyant.
right.
So he's like, sure, no, sir. And he looks over at Gravel. Gravel, good sir, this is all my fault. Please give this gentleman another chance. I may have rigged the game, and everyone's laughing because everybody saw it. It wasn't like a secret,
Right.
except you. You know, it was like, ah. He's like, no, go again. So they shoot out back. You're welcome to try again. This time they put everything up.
With an actual chair.
Maybe.
I'm watching. Is there an actual chair?
Yeah, there is this
Okay.
time. Okay, so you're.
Can I, when he comes out, can I signal to him?
I don't know. Do you want to try to do that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
All right.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gone.
Nope.
It's a one.
So you walk out and you see this guy pointing, and everyone's like, "Hey!" And they're like throwing elderberries. He goes, "Go and some of the guys come with the pill wiggins, they come and pull you back, and it's like, dude, good try, but Grable's a bit peeved about the cheating. It's okay.
Just trying to take care of
Right.
take care of him.
No, I think it's funny. Totally, it does. And he like fist bumps.
You
them.
can remove the one.
All right, so
Pat his hand.
you go back again. You come back. Investigation check.
That's 20, not natural.
All right, this time you look, sit down. You cautiously sit down in the chair, and you do manage to sit.
Can I cast prestidigitation to make sparks come out from behind me?
Yes, the fireworks. It worked. It worked. Okay, so with this, they bring you the Boondiggle belt, and it looks like a championship belt, a giant buckle with like a gnome on the cover, like smiling, the giant ears, the big nose, like. And so here you go. This is the Boondiggle belt. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
So you've got the championship belt. Everyone's cheering and laughing and having a good time. And next they go, all right, let's go ahead and get this thing going. Let's get to the next game. The next game is the Elder Dash. Who wants to for the Elder Dash? And you look, and he's showing the clearing, and they've got like a Ninja Warrior course set up in the back that goes over the creek, and it like zigzags back and forth the creek. Who's up for the Elder Dash? And you got 2 or 3 people wanting to
Tell you
go.
the password.
Anybody want to try to make the run for the Elder Dash?
I'll go for it.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
drinking enough mead.
so Randall goes,
Why not?
I'll do it, I'll go. Anyone else want to run in the...
I'll run it as well.
You run it as well. All right.
I'll let one dwarf one up me.
All right, so girls and Kay, all right, so you guys get up and you're getting ready to run. And you look and you see a handful, particularly the pill wiggins. The pill wiggins are ready. You got the pill wiggins and then a couple of the knuckle stamps that
Meanwhile,
you...
drinking mead.
Yeah, you recognize some of the knuckle stamps as well. They come in and I'm like, okay, you've got like 4 plus y'all, so there's about 7 of y'all, and you see this guy. He steps up and he goes, all right, the name's Old Frug, and this is my obstacle course. I've been working on this for years. And he looks over and he like, insight check for everyone running. Insight check.
10.
Natural 20.
Wow.
13.
All right. You immediately, as he's telling you all this, you realize he's completely full of crap. He's like, I've been working on this for years. You're like,
You can see it like barely.
yeah.
It's held
Really?
together by like rope and
What you look at is
carefully
like,
duct tape.
you could have done this in 15, 20 minutes tops. I mean, it's just like, it's like going back and forth. It's not that big a deal. But he's like, years I've been working on this. Whatever. All right, so as you guys take off, y'all gonna have opposed athletics checks with the other 4 as well. So let's see who winner gets it. So I'm gonna roll 4.
24.
Okay.
Nope.
All right. So as I said, and right as it says go, you almost like jump it, and you're just running like crazy, jumping back and forth and back and forth, and you're slowed down with the armor, and so are you. Y'all are both like, and the Pillwick and Knuckle Stamps are running there. They're not keeping up with you guys. They're just not at all. It's not even close. You run past like it's not even a problem. And at the end, you get to the end, and Old Thrug comes up and he hands you the prize. And the prize is this. And he pulls out this tankard, and it's like got ice flowing out of it. He goes, "Here, take the ever-frosted tankard. Guaranteed always have your drink be cool."
It's amazing.
I'm immediately jealous.
right. So he's got this frozen mug, and it's always frozen. Like it's,
I'm always gonna have a cold glass of mead.
that's it.
That's
That's it.
awesome.
All right. So that's the Elder Dash. Then they move forward into. All right. We have 2 more games before we move on to the night's festivities, which we also like to call Drink Heavily. And I'm sure we'll all enjoy that. All right. So Grable moves everybody over to the hog pen. He's like, all right, who's ready for the hog ride? Anybody? Anybody want to ride? Whoever rides the hog the longest gets a prize. And again, some of the Pillwickins and the Knuckle Stamps that fell in that, they're like, and they're looking at each other and it's like, I about broke my hip the last time I rode this thing. And you see Brock and Pog go, I know, us too. We're up. So the dude Bro Pillwickens come
I'm
up.
up.
Huh?
I'm up.
Alright, so I can
Can
take.
even hold me?
Yeah, they're big hogs.
Okay, yeah.
Off to the side.
It's like a
I've had
rodeo.
enough-
It's a
I've had
hog
enough meat.
rodeo.
I've had enough mead.
You're good?
I'm gonna ride them.
Alright, so who all's gonna ride? 3? Yeah, y'all like
It's far too dirty.
far too
No,
dirty.
thank
Yeah.
you.
I mean, it is a pig pen.
Right.
It's a pig pen.
Reminds
Okay.
me of something else.
Boy, I'll have you this time, Randall. Put a gold piece on it.
I'll put a gold piece on it.
Oh, side wager.
Hold
The side
on,
wager.
hold on. Throw in for that too.
I like this halfling.
So we have you 3 versus 2 Pilligans. This is
Okay.
Brock and Pog.
So
Alright.
So
prize
I've,
pool
I've
of 3
taken
gold
my
pieces.
robe off and put it over the
Okay.
rest of my gear,
Okay.
and it's now just my
Your armor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Alright.
my armor.
Okay. Alright, so these are just big hogs, giant tugs. They're big. I mean, they're big. And they've got like these makeshift saddles on them. And it's a pretty tight pen. And there's 5 total in there. And he's like, all right, so, you know, it's a little bit of a chore just getting everybody on the stinking hog. So it's going to be an opposed animal handling check, and the winner wins. Okay?
Not athletics.
Animal handling.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
You know that stat that nobody takes?
right.
That one. Yeah.
No.
20.
No!
That 19, but a 19.
No!
I got a 3.
I got a
I
10.
10.
I got a 3.
Okay, so you're like, so Randor gets on, he's got his tanker, and as soon as the bell sounds, the boondiggles over there are like shocking the rears of the hogs and making them mad.
Of course they are.
They're like shocking them with these little like this really minor like spell like stack tap tap tap, you know. So they're all going crazy. As soon as yours, it jumps the pin, flows you back out, and the hog just takes off into the woods. You're in the mud. Okay, you're like flipping out. What did you roll? You rolled a 20.
10.
10. All right, so you get thrown off as well, as does the Brock and Pog. Y'all land in the mud. You stay on the whole time and eventually settle the thing down, and everyone's like, we've never seen that before. In all the years of the Gravelwood Festival, both of them, we've never seen it. Not once that someone actually rode the hog. He goes, I just can't believe it. Yeah, and they bring out like, they've got this giant like severed tusk, and they hand it. It's like, we didn't think anyone would ever win this, so they hand you the tusk. It's pretty interesting.
So he gets the 3 gold pieces.
Huh? You also get 3 gold pieces.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a horn. It looks like it's like a carved out hog horn.
Pretty solid.
Hog horn.
Hog horn.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right. And again, Brock and Pog was like, dude, way to go, man. They're like covered in mud, you know. And even though they're covered in mud, it's not that much different than what you met them with. It's just a little bit dirtier, you know. And now finally, the final thing we're going to do is not a game as much as a performance. The great performance of Fink Dinkelschmidt, and everyone's like, ooh, and everyone just runs down the hill.
Think Dinkle who?
They've got a stage set up.
I think they said Fink Dinkelschmidt.
And he's finishing, it's the 5th part of his epic ballad. He's finishing it. He's been here all week performing. We cannot wait to hear how this ends. It's going to be incredible.
You have any ballads that are 5 parts long?
I'm working on that.
right. All right, so all of the citizens of Gravelwood, they all start getting together. They pull out the seats and everything. There's on the south end of the village, there's like a small hill that has a crest at the top they've cleared. They've made like a makeshift stage up there. It's mainly like boxes that they kind of connected, you know. And they all get up there, and it's funny. Everyone's like running down there. The women of the town are like already there. They didn't care about the hog, whatever. They were like front and center. Fink's gonna finish his ballads. So they're all wearing like their Sunday best, you know. It's like from the front to see what Fink has for them. So everyone kind of goes around and gets seats, and everyone's got a fresh mead and everything. As Fink gets up there, and you can see him, he's like preparing himself on the stage and everything, and you can tell he's like, get into character. Get into character. What a hurt. What a hurt. All right. So everyone is at the town, and let's see. I've got a little stage. Could you put him on there for me? Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna go to the map for just a second. Okay.
He wants to go and put our characters on.
Yeah, you can just put them all up on that. There's like the center stage you've got up there. Okay. So everybody,
Put me up there
put
next
their guys
to you,
around
but
him
farther back.
as Fink. Now there's a lot more people there. We're not going to put all 30, 40 people. Just get the group up together. Okay. So everybody is circling around, getting ready to hear the end of his tale. So he gets up there and he straightens his hat. He looks out over the crowd. His cape billows in the wind. There is no wind, but it billows. It just billows. And he sits there, and then you can hear this music begin, this epic music that has like this grand orchestra. There's no orchestra, but he hears grand music, and he kind of adjusts his hat, and he goes, and there I was. And he looks over and he looks down at the women, and they're like on the edge of their seats because this is the finale of his epic tale. And he goes, and there I was. I can't believe it has been already 5 years since this happened, since the day that I faced down and fought the mighty beast. And they're all like on the edge of their seat. And then he pulls
The
out
dwarves look at each other.
he pulls out his sword and he goes, thrice I have fought dragons, and thrice I have won. But this would be the true test of Fink Dinkelschmidt. And when he says that, the women swoon. They're like, oh, and the women swoon. And he takes like a fencing position. And as soon as he does that, you can see him like throw his hand up and yeah, in the distance, and you can see that he's spinning his hand, he's spinning his hand, he's spinning his hand as he's casting a spell. And he's getting ready to fence, and he goes, and there in the distance, I saw her. The most evil of evil. The most monstrous of monstrous. Her wings huge as, and if you could put Tiamat on the map for me, in front of, yes, so we're,
They're out of work. Oh,
yeah, just in the distance there, as you see the mighty, bring it a little closer into the view for the camera. Put it on this side. There we go. Or, yes, as he's fighting the mighty Tiamat, and everyone are looking, and they see this monstrous dragon come up, and you see it's Finkel Dinkelschmidt, this is a funny name, as he pulls out his rapier, and he begins to levitate over the stage, and he's beginning to level it up, and then you see him like starting to fight and fence Tiamat. All 5 heads of the dragon queen. Yes.
I'm gonna use one of my divine sense. Is this guy evil? Or just full of himself?
He's not evil.
Okay.
He's not evil. So you go ahead and mark that off though. Okay. All right. So you don't sense. So he begins fencing, and he's having this epic battle with this illusion of Tiamat that he has created. He's fencing, and every time that Tiamat goes in, he goes in to parry, and every time he parries, the children go yay! And then he counters and he thrusts forward, and all the women go yay! With every parry, a cheer. With every thrust, a swoon. As he begins to fight back and forth with Tiamat in this battle. I mean, it's like pyrotechnics going off and everything.
Well,
and then
he's never seen anything in his life that wanted to
so he's fighting it back and forth, and then in the middle of it, he kind of breaks the fourth wall and looks at the crowd and he goes, and it was at this moment that I knew that I was not going to be able to beat Tiamat unless my friend Bahamut, and he summons his friend Bahamut comes up behind. That was good. Where was that?
Oh,
So it's in the screen, yeah. So his friend Bahamut comes up, and then you see him like hover over and like sit on top of Bahamut and begin fighting back and forth with Bahamut versus Tiamat in this grand story. And all the gnomes are going, yay! And they're all clapping. Everyone's having a good time and everything. And finally, his final blow, he reaches back. He throws his rapier, and it goes into the heart of Tiamat, and he falls to the ground. Now the rapier, he kind of times it. It's obviously rehearsed that as soon as it goes through, like the illusion falls to the ground to wherever that's the rapier is landing. And then the rapier lands in the ground, and then the illusion of Tiamat vanishes. And the crowd goes crazy, and everyone's like cheering, and he's bowing, and everyone's like, "Wow, it's incredible!"
A stronger drink.
Huh?
I'm gonna get a stronger drink after watching.
And it is at that point he goes, and that is the ballad of Finkelschmidt, the day that Tiamat her match. And everyone goes, yeah! Alright, and with that, he comes off he goes, and I do have one signed copy left of the ballad, and he's holding up this big, the ballad of Finkelschmidt, the day Tiamat her match. Would anyone like a signed copy? And all of them are like, ooh! And they're all like, can you personalize it? And he goes, oh no, yes, it's all about dragons and all the lore that I've learned about fighting dragons. I'll begin at 3 gold. And then when he goes, oh, 3 gold, he goes, 4 gold, 5 gold. And then it stops for a second. Does anyone want to bid more than 5 gold for this excellent tome of the story of dragons? 5 gold going once. Anyone?
Do we have gold?
Yeah.
We didn't.
Whatever you started with. Yeah, whatever you started with. Anyone? Anyone? No one?
6 gold.
Oh, from the dwarf, 6 gold. Anyone else? And they're like, oh. And she's like, 6 and 3 pence. 3 pence. He goes, 6 and 3 copper. And he 7 gold.
Ping him a gold piece. I want to see what's in that rubbish right there.
7 gold.
7 gold. And then the lady goes, she starts crying. Like, no. And she goes back and like, so then he marches over and he hands you his tome. And he goes, it's a signed copy. One of a kind, except for the other 5. And with that, he looks over at Gulliver and goes, Gulliver, I believe the stage is yours.
I believe it will be.
Yes. I cannot wait to see your story. I'm sure it will be grand.
I'm sure it will be.
And he goes, and if you need me, I'll be with these ladies in the tavern. And with that, like a couple of ladies go with him, and he leaves. So so
Golly, I've been practicing, but I don't think I'm ready to make dragons for you yet.
Oh, that's all right. His story was rubbish anyway. If he met Tiamat, he would be cinders.
So with that, everyone's getting up to leave, and the Gulliver goes, no. So we have one more performer. Please, Gulliver, tell us your tale.
I'll take the stage, and I will begin a slow ballad, almost a dirge, and tell a story song about the devils of the Arnwood.
Ooh, the devils of the Arnwood. Ooh,
Yes.
That's wonderful. Yes, what is the story?
It
It is a story.
is.
I'd
a
like to
story.
minor illusion a drum beat for him.
Oh, the drumbeat.
Yes.
Yes.
I tell a story of children frolicking in the wood, playing as gnomes are wont to do,
Yes.
and they come upon a coven of devils in a circle in the wood, performing some unholy rite.
Ooh.
The children are captured by the devils, but they are
Ooh.
saved by a fearless gnome knight.
Oh, the gnome knight.
Yes.
Was it Fink?
It was not Fink. I said fearless, not witless.
Everyone laughed.
And at the end of the story, the knight delivers the gnome children back to their parents with a stern warning not to play near the devils of Arnwood.
Oh, and with that, Griffin goes, oh, fine! A fine tale, a fine story, and one we should all adhere to never venture past Juniper Falls. Absolutely. Never venture past Juniper Falls. And all the children are like, yes, we know. No, we talk about this a lot. Don't go past Juniper Falls. And they're like, okay, we know. No, seriously. Do not go past Juniper Falls. Okay, okay. And then one of the kids goes, isn't the grove that we catch the berries at past Juniper Falls? That is an exception. Other than that, we do not go past Juniper Falls. And the kids are like, oh, okay.
The grove they what?
They grow the elderberries in. Yes, but other than that, we do not go past Juniper Falls. Or the devils of the Arnwood will get you. And like, oh, and now. And he looks over and goes, Old Frug! And old Frug comes up, the guy that was obviously lying about the obstacle course. He comes up and he's got his staff. And he goes, now would you regale us of that tale? And all the women go, no, not that tale. And the women are like, no. He goes, no. We need to tell it at least twice a year, so we make sure that we remember. And they're all like, no. And then like the kids are wanting to leave, and the women are like, no, you need to hear it. He goes, oh. So old Frug gets up. They bring a chair up on the stage, and old Frug sits down and goes, well.
And falls into a bucket.
Huh? This was a real chair. He sits down and he sits down and he goes, well, I'd like to tell a story. And I can't hear, right? And he reaches over and he pulls up like this horn and sticks up his ear. He goes, y'all want to hear the story?
Yes, of course.
And the children are like, no. He goes, nah, I'm going to tell anyway. So it was 30 years ago that we traveled down from the Nether Mountains and we settled here. But something followed us. And they're like, no, don't tell it. Don't tell it. The kids are going crazy. He goes, no, we must. We must tell the story so that we remember that in the coldest of winters. And they're like, shaking their head, and he's like, the winter warg, and they're like, no! They're like, the sound of the children screaming, the women wailing at even the sound of the winter warg. They're like, no, don't tell me. He goes, no, it's true, we need to remember that in the coldest of years, he will travel down from the mountains, and he's looking for young gnomes to put into his stew. And they're like, no, don't tell me that. And then it was and every time he says winter warg, you hear babies crying, and one of the maidens faint, like, on cue. He's like, the winter warg, like, oh, out. He's like, oh, the winter warg. And they're like, no, don't tell the story. So he continues to tell this story, and it just goes on and on and on about how every few years, people turn up missing, and there's stories about that. This winter warg comes down and steals, and the crux of the story is like for the children not to travel out too far. And it's, you can kind of tell this whole story, true or not, is more about keeping the kids close to the village, you know. But you can just kind of tell, like, you kind of sense the same type of insight that you caught earlier about the years it took him to build the obstacle course. There's a little bit of embellishment here. But a lot of it is just, it is the Gravelwood boogeyman. You know, they tell their kids, don't go out at night or the winter warg will get you. And even when I just said it out of character, somewhere a baby cried. So, it's like on cue. So he tells that story, and it's beginning to get dark, and all the kids are like, I don't want to go to bed ever. I'm like, no, we must. I don't want to. So they all get the kids together, and it's one of those things that's like, we all were having a good time until old Frug got up and had to tell a story again. You know, so it's the perfect mood killer. You know, all the guys were like, me time! Yeah. They light the fires and they're having a good time and everything. Dane, give me a perception check.
Nope.
What is it?
8.
What is your passive perception?
13.
No, failed. Okay. All right, so you guys are all getting together now. Where the stage was, they set up a bonfire. Y'all can remove the dragons from the mat. Yeah. So they set up a bonfire, and most of the people around, and as they're getting drinks, you know, as it's getting dark, Brock and Pog go, "Hey guys, nice to see y'all. We'll see y'all tomorrow. We got grove duty tonight, you know. So you know, gotta keep those foxes out, you know."
Okay. You're watching for the foxes.
Yeah. We can't get the ballista thing over the falls yet, but you know, we let you go out there tonight.
So that's the Elderberry Grove past Juniper Falls.
Yes.
Do you go out there by yourself?
Well, no, it's me and Brock. So it's like two of us, you know. One to be crazy, but two, yeah, we do it all the time, bro. So,
Are you armed?
huh? Oh yeah, I got my stick. He's got his hoe. It's just foxes. Yeah, that's just being there. It's good enough, you know. We just don't want them like messing with everything. It's destructive. But that's good. It's good. We got it.
Okay.
So anyway, don't worry. We'll see y'all in the morning. You'll have a good time. You know, we'll be out. And he looks over and he's like, "See you, dudes." And they head off to the grove. So, anything y'all want to do tonight? Y'all just sitting around the fire, drinking, having a good time?
I'm gonna with these guys. I'm gonna thumb through that tome and see how much of it is utter BS and how much is
Almost all of it.
There's a lot. Just thumbing through it, it's a lot of stories of his travels around Faerun about fighting some cult. And there's a lot of information on it about chromatic dragons. Now, whether or not the stories are true, there's a lot of good information in there about chromatic dragons. So, you know, if someone were to have this, they might get a bonus to like knowledge checks on chromatic dragons.
Okay.
So it's not.
I'm gonna tear out all the BS pages.
So-
And,
And now it's a pamphlet. this hundred pages is it's like this, you know. All right, so you guys were kind of going through that, so I guess y'all are kind of going through the book, and you know, he's got a flair for writing, a flair for dramatics, but there's a lot of solid information in there.
Cool.
So, what are you guys doing? What's the note?
I'd probably be hanging out with Golly, showing him some of the stuff I've been working on.
Okay.
Yep,
All
catching up with Nottingham, having a good time, seeing where he's coming in his wizard studies.
Okay. And Layla.
I'm still toasty.
Still toasty. Now you will say like that blanket it's not a blanket. It's like a snuggie of bunnies.
Right.
You're like, hey, you've been pretty cold since you left, and the further north you got, and you've got like, wow, it is even more like cold the further north you get. But now you're like, man, this is great. This is doable.
Right.
You know, you love this thing. It's super soft and everything. Man, you're looking around at all the other prizes, and you're like, I got the best one. I got my snuggie.
Yes.
You know, so you're enjoying that. All right. Anything else from the crew? Just drinking?
Just
Having a good
drinking.
time?
Just hanging around.
So everybody's drinking mead?
Looking
Play
at
some
the pain
cards,
flip.
maybe.
Huh?
Play some cards in the
All right.
hole.
So everybody's just having a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, give me a Constitution check.
You got 8.
Put your good dwarf under the table.
What else?
19.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
12.
Okay.
11.
11.
Cut it down.
Oh, all right. So, everyone who rolled under a 13, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3. All right. Y'all are really feeling this. Like, and for you, like, you drink a lot. But you're sitting there drinking this, and you're like, you know what? It goes down easier when it's cold. And you're just like chugging it. It's like, it's so much easier. And where you thought you were drinking like 2 or 3, you've had like 6. You know, like,
I'm having a great time.
yeah, having a great time. They bring out dinner. It's mainly you know, vegetables and stuff, but it's bunnies. There's a lot of bunny stew. Is kind of the
Oh, you got anything bigger than a rabbit?
we haven't got that fox yet, but that's gonna be goody. That's gonna be goody. So we got that. It's not trout season yet in the creek. That'll be another week or 2.
Grabs another rabbit,
Yeah,
shish
it's-
kebab or whatever.
Right,
it
yeah,
is.
it's just like in a stew and you're just like eating it. But, you know, that's just to soak up more meat. I mean, let's be honest, you know. Come on, right. All right, so you guys are enjoying the dinner and the festivities and everything. Anything else that y'all want to do? This is kind of your time. We've kind of gone through the games, kind of understood. Is there any questions that y'all have about each other, about the town itself?
Middle of the night sometime, I do want to take a step outside of town and just check on the 2 that went out to the
Okay.
grove
Alright.
by themselves.
Okay.
How far away is the grove?
Y'all don't know.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Y'all haven't been there.
He does.
Yes, that is true. You know exactly where it's at.
Yep.
So.
About how far is it?
Not again.
It's not that far outside of town. There's a path that goes down to Juniper Falls. It's mostly frozen this time of year. There's like a log bridge that goes over it, and just past that is the grove. So, anybody, y'all want to go check it out?
I'd like to go out and just check on them because
Okay.
I'm a little worried.
Okay. I mean, it seemed pretty normal for them just to go out at night. I mean, they take shifts and stuff. They just want to watch it. So, all right. So you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Anyone else want to go check it out?
I'll stay at the feast.
All right. Dwarves are good.
Dwarves are staying.
Dwarves are staying.
There's mead.
There's me. Okay. All right. So you start heading that way. You're gonna show them where it's at, Nottingham, or no?
I'm going where Golly's going. I haven't
I'm
seen him in a
going where
really long
Golly's
time.
All right. So,
I suppose we'll go with it.
all right. So the halflings that know, y'all start making your way down the path, and passive perception.
14.
11, I think.
12.
13.
14. Okay. So you guys start walking, and y'all are all kind of conversating as you're walking down the path, heading towards the grove. And of course, it's getting darker. But doesn't everyone here have dark vision?
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Like,
so.
who needs torches?
Wait, do
Okay.
halflings have dark vision?
I don't think so.
I don't think they do.
Huh?
Halflings? I don't think
I know
they
the
have it.
dwarves do.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yes.
Gnomes do. I
Gnomes
don't
do?
know.
I don't think halflings.
No.
Halflings don't. Halflings don't. Okay. So y'all will need torches. Y'all can carry from the bonfire.
Yep.
So y'all are carrying torches down. And there is some moonlight. It's a good bit of moonlight. And as you guys are heading out, you in the distance, you hear like something crunching through the ice in front of you, like fast, like.
You hear that?
Do you smell something? Sorry, it's a whole joke. Okay, so
Can I ask Goggins if he smells anything?
yes.
So a little weasel comes up right next to my neck and my hood, and he scurries on the ground. Goggins, can you smell or hear anything?
Perception check for him.
If it's smell or sound, he's got advantage.
All right, roll with advantage.
Okay. Nat 20?
Nat 20.
Is that a 20 and a 19?
So this little weasel comes down, starts sniffing around, and goes, and starts shaking his head, looking up. You like he definitely smells something. It smells bad, but you're not like Beastmaster or Sync.
Speak with small beasts,
Oh,
Forest
you
Gnome.
totally can. That's right. Forest Gnomes can totally.
What's wrong, buddy?
But it's like charades.
Yeah, it's charades. So you're like talking back and forth, and you can kind of tell it's one of those dirt gnomes. He's like, and you can kind of understand the charades going back, but you can tell it's not a. It's someone that he knows that he smells bad.
Okay.
So, and with a few seconds later, cresting the hill, y'all see what looks to be a. Wait. Oh! You look at me, it's Brock. And Brock's running. He's like, he's running like, get help! Get help! Get help!
Brock, what's going on?
As soon as he said gets help, I'm running towards him.
Okay, so you run towards him and he looks and he's like, oh, no, back it down, back it down, back it down. So he like runs past you guys. He's just running like back to town.
I'm going past him.
So y'all are running. He's running like, get help, get help, get help. So he's like out of breath. You know, we've already seen that this guy doesn't have a lot of endurance when it comes to running. So he's running. He's like, dude, we need to get help. We need to get help. It's Pog. Pog's in trouble. We need to get help.
You go get help. We'll go help Paul.
No. We gotta wait on Gravel.
Why?
Because there's something out there. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of them. We need help. Get help. Where are those dwarves? No. Think. We'll get Think. Dude, we totally should get Think.
Think cannot help you.
No, wait. Dragon.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he's like, running. He's running. He's like, come on. So y'all aren't that far away. He comes running up to town. He looks and he goes, where's Think? And from the great hall, you see some women go. He goes, I think someone's calling for you. And you see Fink coming out. He's putting his jacket back on. And he's fixing his hat. He goes, yes, what is it, dear? And Brock goes, oh, good Fink. Oh, we need your help. But Pog, a lot of things like giant things like wolves. They came out attacking us. But yeah, he got bit. It was pretty bad. But he said, go get help. And I was like, dude, totally. He's like, dude, go. And I was like, dude, I can't. He's like, dude, go. And he kind of goes back and forth. You kind of get lost with the dudes and goes and walks.
While he's doing that, I fetch the dwarves.
Huh?
I thought you were going up.
Y'all were back. He's back to town. Y'all weren't that far down. So you go. The dwarves kind of hear some commotion. He's like, he's kind of like hyperventilating with the dude. And he goes, dude. So here's the deal, okay? So Pog got hurt, and then like he said, go get help, and I was like, well, I don't want to leave. And he's like, dude, I got it. Go.
Boy, spit it out then.
Okay. So anyway, so Pog cast a spell to make himself look like a rock, okay? And then I ran to go get help. Yeah. And so then the wolves chased me, but when I got to Juniper Falls, I was like running, and I looked behind me, and the wolves were coming. And as soon as I crossed Juniper Falls, I could totally see those wolves looking. He's like, bruh, I'm not going across that. And he's like, bruh, me neither. I'm not going. And the wolves like totally backed off.
Alright,
Which is a
time
good
to
thing.
bring
Which is
their
a good
pretty
thing.
friends with me out.
Here's the deal. Dude, bro, dude.
I hand him a thing of mead and we'll start walking away.
I start drinking. Okay, all right. Now here's the thing. The illusion, it's gonna work, but it's not gonna pass the sniff test. If you know what I'm saying, it's just totally not. So if they go back, but that's why we got Fink, right, Fink? And Fink's like, you're right. Gather around, everyone. We have a problem, and fate has smiled upon us. I think Diegelschmidt.
Oh, shut up then!
Dwarves, part of this. I'm glad you're here. I will volunteer to stay here and guard the women and the children while our dwarf go and face the danger. Kill those rabid canines.
Of course you right lying
And
pansy.
as soon as
Come
he said that,
on!
the women are like, yay, Fink is here to protect us.
Don't speak for all the women. I'm not impressed.
Okay. The gnome women.
Okay.
Gnome. Right. So Fink is has volunteered to stand guard over the town while you dwarves go do your dwarf goodness.
Oi, cousin, stay here. Make sure this lying little one doesn't leave out of fear.
And Brock looks over. He's like, dude, there was like a lot of these things. All right, so you might take both of you. Just saying.
I said cousin, not this one. There's
Yeah.
3 of us.
You
Count.
all look alike. Sorry, bro. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend. But yeah. He looks at me and goes, Aldrich.
Down another glass.
Oh, now Aldrich comes out. You know, he's got like these beakers put together of like this mead. He's like, what is it? Like he's like trying to figure out the mead thing. So he's like, what is it? What's going on, cousin? What's all this racket?
Apparently there's some wolves or whatnot. Just make sure the lying little one who slays dragons doesn't go anywhere. He'll probably run off at the first sign of fright.
No, he's quite good with that sword. I saw him on stage, didn't you? He looked pretty good.
You should know better, cousin. Come on then.
It's okay. So he goes back inside and begins going back to his like concoction he's built. He's trying to dissect the elderberry. It's
What of you?
Reverse engineer.
Huh?
Reverse engineer.
the
We can
brewmaster.
build it better.
Right. Okay. So with that, the dwarves are going to head off to the grove. Okay.
I'm going with him.
I'll go with him. I can make a song out of this.
Okay. So and you're going. We're
going,
All right,
guys.
so everybody's heading to the grove. All right. So as everybody starts heading down to the grove, you know the way. Okay. You go across, and it's not that far. It's like half a mile. You know, going through the woods at night and everything. And it's pretty cold. Looks nice. Nice night. What's the so you're first? Who's first? Who's last?
I'm with him.
You're with
We're
him, so
near
you're
the
up
front. We're
Yeah.
near the
Yeah.
front.
Okay. Who's rear guard?
I'm hanging back.
Probably.
I'll be in the middle.
In the middle. I need to know who's front, who's back, who's the very last person that's walking. It's a trail, so.
I would like to be like in front with him telling me where to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's
Above-
definitely
yeah.
one person that's last.
Sounds like me.
It sounds like.
Alright.
It'll be
We
me.
have 60 feet of dark vision.
Alright, so you guys are walking with your torches. Everybody give me a perception check.
18.
10.
4.
20.
16.
7.
Nice. Okay. Give me the numbers again. 20.
20.
20.
18.
Okay. Alright, the 20. Give me a survival check.
18.
Wow. Okay. As y'all are walking, you look around and in the distance, the 20, you
Yep.
can hear distant howls.
Okay.
Okay. You rolled so well, you're making out at least 3, maybe 4 different howls from different. They're all centered,
Okay.
and then as you're walking, you look down and you do see some tracks in the snow.
Okay.
You see the tracks that Brock obviously made coming down.
Yep.
And then you see that he was followed. There was another set of tracks that followed him halfway and then turned around and went
Wolf
back.
tracks.
No.
No, human,
They
like
look
footprints.
boot prints.
Oh.
Boot prints?
Gnome footprints or human footprints?
Human.
Oh.
Interesting. I hear 4 different howls. So
Do I see the boot print?
look at these prints here. These are very odd.
Fine print.
Well, I didn't know if I also saw them.
Look at
Yeah.
these.
See how I'm looking at it? Yeah.
Yes.
You can see that it walked.
Oh, that's no
forward.
gnome that makes that track. That's a proper boot print, that is.
It is. I'd say we best hurry.
Oh, boom, diggle, noonin, whatever. How often do
This
you have,
is not again.
whatever. How often do you have humans come this way?
Oh, well, I don't remember. My parents don't really let me out of the house much. That's why whenever Golly gets in town, I'm really excited.
You are quite useless.
He's 14.
Alright, come on, Randall. Things need shopping.
All right. So you guys go a little bit further until you do reach Juniper Falls. And in the moonlight and the torchlight that you have, you've seen it, Nottingham, you know this. The river is mostly frozen right now. There is a log that's like basically fallen or placed across, and it serves as a bridge. The ice is it's still frozen, but you can, as you look up, you can see some cracks and breaks in it. So spring's coming, you know. One of the things y'all all notice almost immediately as soon as you get to these falls is that the ice has like a light pink hue to it, and it's kind of like,
That's weird.
yeah.
Like, is it uniform
Huh?
throughout the ice?
No, it's like splotches.
So like blood.
No, it's
I
not
know
blood.
what this is,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Do you want to inform them? Or?
No one's asked.
What are these odd pink splotches? I've never seen pink ice before.
Oh, that's moss. My mom uses it to cure everything.
Moss.
Yeah,
Everything?
everything. You got a cold? Moss.
Broken leg, moss.
Moss. Yeah. I think
Head
you're
chopped
getting it.
off.
You're getting
Moss.
it. According to my mom, at least.
It's a moss then.
Yeah, apparently there's this moss that grows.
So it grows on top of the ice?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it's actually in the river.
Okay.
Oh.
It's
Nope.
It's
Yeah.
frozen right now.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
and it shines. It's shining through the ice.
Like
Nerd
fluorescing?
back.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's like
a little bit fluorescent.
Nerd.
Huh?
It's like Nerd.
Yeah, yeah. It's
We'll be back
you
for
kind
that
of see it
later.
like it would probably be brighter.
Yeah.
You know, without the ice.
Sure.
But you can kind of see it like refracting through the water. So. Okay, so you guys, crossing the bridge at night is
With dark vision?
yeah, with dark vision. Yeah. Everybody needs to make a check to get across the bridge.
Nice.
What is it?
Now this is one of those things that can be athletics or acrobatics, whichever one is better for you.
24.
Nice.
10.
You're okay.
20.
You're okay.
12.
We're going slow.
19.
Good.
9.
9. Okay. So you guys are all moving across, and now you, on the other hand, you know this, but you slip on some ice, and you kind of like fall off the log and hit.
Can I catch him?
Huh?
Can
Sort of
I
like
catch
a-
it?
Yeah, with the doors are up front, can we try them?
I would have been near him as well.
I mean, he hit a 24 and he's right next to him.
Okay, because you rolled so stinking high, I'm gonna give it to you. So you see him slip and start to fall. You just reach out. You just reach out and grab him and just like throw him over your shoulder. You know, because I mean, gnomes are small and he's a child. You're just like, come here. You know, so you're like, oh my god, I'm gonna fall, and he's like, gotcha. You know, so you get across, but you're being carried like a child. Randor's shield's like, I got you. So he gets you across onto the other side, and now there's this embankment that kind of goes up a little ways, and then it crosses over. So there's a little bit of an ice, climb that you've got to do to get up to the other side, and then once you get on top of that, then you can kind of see down into the grove. So everybody, now the ice is going to take some climbing. You can see some footprints that you saw one person kind of slide down. You saw another person walk back up it without much of an issue, it looks like.
The footprints that I saw go and then turn back, was it one set of footprints?
One set of footprints. And you're still seeing those footprints go back up the ice.
All right. Cool.
This guy's light on his feet.
Yeah.
All right.
So, all right, so what do y'all want to do? Anything, just try to climb it straight up, or you want to do anything?
I have rope in my.
I also have rope. That's what I was to say. Is we send somebody up and to drop some rope down. And
Okay, so who's the climber?
I have
Is the rope light enough for Goggins to carry it up?
Probably.
What's he going to attach it to, though?
Yeah, what's he going to attach it to?
His mouth?
No, once he gets it up there.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Little weasel hands. If only I had opposable thumbs.
My God!
Does a weasel have opposable thumbs?
I think so.
Not really.
I don't think so.
I don't think
know.
they're like raccoons. No.
Well,
they're basically
We'll
cats.
ask the chat channel if anybody. Maybe we can look up.
Do weasels have thumbs?
Weasels have thumbs. I'm not sure.
leave
on
a
that.
comment down below.
I think no.
So I'm gonna say no on that.
Yeah, okay.
Unless I'm corrected. Does anybody else have any plans about getting the rope?
I'll
up?
give it a go.
What's the
Come
check?
on then.
Huh?
What's the check?
It's just an athletic check.
I'll give it a go.
All right. So both dwarves just gonna walk it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an ice mountain.
It's-
Come on.
it's
What could go wrong?
Sings about
One. Nope.
Natural 20s!
with
Whoa.
disadvantage.
Oh.
Look at that look. He's like, but I got a natural 20.
No!
Big money.
Get a 1.
I lose. So,
After seeing him.
all right, so
fall
you're
to
like,
ice
I've got this, and you start walking up and immediately fall flat on your face and slide back down the embankment. And with that,
I didn't make it
it's
out.
pretty fun. What'd you
I stepped, seeing him
That was
slide, and go.
pretty
Never mind.
Never mind. Yes.
Can I try?
Yeah, sure. It's just athletics with disadvantage.
Oof.
That is 13.
No problem. You get up. Okay.
Cool. So
Alright.
I just
So
take
the
my
dwarves
rope
like
and-
slide down. You just walk right past them.
He's smaller.
Actually, you step over them
Yeah.
and use them as like, no, that's not as slippery as the back of the wall. All right? So
I don't have a shirt on. You're walking on my back.
so you walk right back up to the
Find
top.
a tree to tie it off to.
Okay, no problem.
Cool.
And with
Go
that,
back.
you tie the rope and everybody can climb up. You'll get up to the top, and as you look down the embankment, you see the grove itself. And is there anything anybody wants to do once they get to the top of the hill?
Can I make a perception check to see if anyone's going towards the grove that's not?
It would be a survival check to follow the tracks.
I
see
will
if they're
help you
going
make
back
that
towards-
survival check.
I probably should rather help you make it. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Okay.
What's your
So
wisdom?
somebody roll with advantage.
Mine's only 13. That's why.
Oh, that's a 21.
All right, you do see that the footprints go down into the grove,
Okay,
and you kind of lose it once it gets outside of your vision,
sure.
but you do see it come down.
Okay.
So as you crest the top of the icy ridge, you see a circular clearing in the forest. The trees seem larger and perhaps older than the surrounding thicket. The crumbled remains of stone columns that lay strewn about the expanse provide a slight glimpse of those who came before. The ground is freshly tilled, and rows of elderberry plants grow in abundance in the rich soil of this hidden grove. You see these rows of elderberry plants, and in the middle of it, you see a gnome laying down. The moon is shining through. There's enough moonlight where you see that a gnome is laying down in the grove, and he's kind of like wallowing around. So
Is he alive?
You can see he's alive. He's moving.
Is he alone?
He is alone. You see him wallowing around like he's trying to get cover under one of the bushes.
Weird, but okay.
So what do you want to do?
Uh,
Go investigate him.
Yeah, let's approach
I'm-
just quietly.
hold on. I don't want anybody going down there yet.
Yep.
I'm slightly concerned that obviously it's a trap.
Yeah.
I'm quite now.
Thanks, Sherlock.
I'm quite concerned with the status of the village itself, because if they're not here and they've gone back to the village, I scarcely say that stupid bard and my drunk cousin won't be enough to stop them.
I really have no comeback for that. I think I agree. However, the bard said he'd do it.
Did you see that tosser?
Yes, I did. Every last bit of it. However, he's down there hurt. We need to deal with that. But you look like a soldier type. Where would an ambush come from around here?
Insight check.
Yes, absolutely.
Can I assist him with that?
Nope.
Yes, you can. Give him advantage.
Yeah.
You don't have a soldier background. Nope. It's so dark.
That was awful.
There's so many. Here's the thing. You're looking around and you see trees that are kind of going all the way around this. And even though you have dark vision, you don't have 60 feet, and the moonlight is coming into the grove, but you're not seeing it in the trees. So anywhere. You know, if you're expecting an ambush, you can go from anywhere.
Can I ask Goggins if he can smell the wolves anywhere?
This is not good dice for me.
Yeah, you can.
20.
He smells and he goes, yeah, and he goes, yes, I smell. Yes, I did.
Where? Which direction?
The weasel's not looking at you. Weasel's looking
Yeah,
at you.
I'm asking-
He's like, he's
I'm
sitting
asking
around.
Nugget.
I'm not quite sure. I mean, he says he smells the wolves, but
Can you
he's
ask him
smelling.
which
He's not seeing them.
Can you ask him which direction?
Which direction?
And he's looking around. He's sniffing back and forth. And he's like, and he kind of looking around. And he's like,
He can't tell.
it is has to be like weasel charades. You're gonna have to work out a system on that. Okay. He does smell wolves, and he's looking around, and he's looking around like they're just in the wind. Like the wind is kind of blowing this way, and he's just getting a solid whiff of wolf.
Well,
So they're upwind from us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
first move when springing a trap. Spring the trap. Start throwing the axe on and start walking towards the gnome.
All right. So the dwarf starts marching.
I'm
I'll
gonna
be right
hang,
behind him.
The dwarves are marching, and the
Hey.
dwarves are marching down the hill.
I'm gonna hang 20 feet back from them,
Okay.
and so when they get horribly mauled, I can respond.
How far away is the gnome on the ground?
It's not that far. You're probably looking at 60, 80 feet. I mean, it's.
I'm gonna stay right here.
You can stay right where you're at? Okay. What are you
Yeah, I'm hanging back.
hanging back?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's probably a good idea.
Alright.
Yeah.
And coming back, Gulliver, the dwarves are marching down to see their friend.
Yep.
Or, Cade, the halfling, is staggering behind them.
I'm gonna stay up here and watch, golly.
Nobody's gonna stay up here. So is Layla. What are you gonna
Also
do?
staying.
Also staying.
Yay.
Keeping watch for other enemies.
Keeping watch. Okay.
Yes.
Alright, and with that, we're going to take a quick intermission as we do a scene change. For everyone on the stream, just give us about 5 minutes or so. We're going to change the scene, and we'll be back with you. So I'm going to put the screen up. It's going to just be on cue just for a few seconds, and then as soon as we come back, we'll continue our adventure. Alright.
I thought we were about to break. I would have waited.
I would have held off for 2 more minutes.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Much they do, they
Alright,
read.
I saw 17.
Start at the top of that and go down.
Do you like how everyone's just like, yeah,
Right? And who is all these people? Everybody's all
What
about
I
that
need
tip.
everybody to do real quick is help me break down the screen. Break down everything.
The gear.
yeah, I'm guessing I'm talking
No, we're good.
I was totally ready for. I was totally ready for. Yes, Marcus Madmore. That's what I was expecting.
this.
Put those out for me.
Don't be a dick about it. That's all.
That happened.
Yeah.
You're 5 feet short.
Oh no!
Oh, we just dress trees around the field.
Yeah, yeah.
Get all the trees, just press them out.
Yeah, I don't know who it
yeah,
is. It's a few people. beginning. It was just a little bit ago too. So. Right.
Terrain is amazing.
Alright, we need to make a board check and roll around. General knowledge check.
We jumped. Dude.
All right. Oh yeah.
All right, so now I need everybody's characters. We just all need to speak up as much as we can.
Greetings and salutations.
I'm gonna need y'all to. Yeah, we all have to put yourselves in 360.
Can it be a dinosaur head?
Yes.
Those white ones are mine. That one was custom
That's it.
Go down to the hub and let this
Honestly, like I was just gonna hold the torch to it, but then this.
So we're gonna go back 5 seconds. Okay. All right, everyone, welcome back. We have had our scene change of the Hidden Grove. In the middle, we'll see our two dwarves as they approach poor lost Pillwicken, Pog Pillwicken, as he's hurt and he's on the ground and he's struggling. Our two of our halflings and our gnome have stayed back on the hill that you can see on the bottom left. And then we have Cade, the paladin, who's wants to get down there and help out, but was gonna let the dwarves kind of go forward and make sure this isn't a trap, which they really feel strongly that it is.
This is decidedly a
Bring
trap.
the trap.
Definitely a trap. All right. So welcome back, and what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump right in here. And we're told we need to speak a little bit louder. That was something that came across on the channel. We're still fixing different mics and stuff, so everyone just be sure you speak louder as we kind of go through this combat scene. Oh, spoiler! All right. So my dwarves, I need you guys as soon as y'all get down to make a quick perception check.
As well.
Yes. Yes.
Is it
16.
16. Okay. All right. So, Dane, as you get down, you're giving a quick look down at your lost friend who's kind of like trying to pull around. And as you look down, you also looking around, and you just, that wind that's coming across, you just sense something in the wind, like something changed, something shifted in the wind. Your years of military training and everything just kind of comes in, and you immediately take a fighting stance. Like, you just know something's up, something's wrong. Yes.
And I look at him and I'm like, okay, we're getting ready for something.
Yeah, so you as well look around, but you're more concerned with the personnel. You're looking down at our long lost Pilwick in here, and you're wondering, like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
In the back. Okay.
As soon as he does that,
Mhm.
I would actually like to use the second divine sense and see if there are any evil.
Read me that ability exactly.
Sure. The presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
Okay.
You know the type,
You do not
but
sense.
not its identity.
You don't sense any celestials, fiends, or what was the last one?
Undead.
Undead. No celestials, fiends, or undead.
Okay.
Is anything else in there? Or is that the full expression? That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you turn around and sense, and you're not, something is wrong, something is amiss, but it's not that flavor. But you can definitely tell, you catch the dwarves too as they're like looking around, that something about this whole thing is off. Guys in the back, let me get quick perception checks from you guys as y'all are kind of surveying. I will give everyone on the hill advantage because you have the high ground.
You can do it.
Hell yeah.
12.
Hello.
18.
18. Okay.
19.
18, 19. Okay. Layla, you're looking down. Your eyes are on the dwarves. You don't see anything. Your other two guys standing next to you, both Gulliver and Nottingham, y'all both see it at the same time. Y'all see a shadow move in the distance. You see that there is a man moving across. If you could put him on the high ridge over here, basically behind the biggest tree. So he's on this.
Like one of these right here.
Yeah, pull him up just a little bit further. A little bit further right there, yeah. All right, so you do see one person up there, and you can see that he's up there looking down, and you can see that he's talking, but you can't hear what he's saying, but you can definitely see that he's saying something up there.
I point the stranger.
And the reason is because he's like moving around, and he's pointing in different directions and stuff, so it's almost like he's orchestrating something.
I point the stranger out to Layla and I say, Layla, do you think you might be able to sneak through the trees and get a closer look at what he's doing?
I think I might.
All right.
Okay. So you see that. So that's what Gulliver sees. You, on the other hand, while he's looking out in the distance, you look and to the west, you can see some shadows moving in between the trees, and you do see a couple of wolves that are hiding in the trees, basically to your right. And these are some of the awesome minis that Meeple Madness were able to give us.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they look incredible.
That's really
Awesome.
cool looking.
Yeah. So huge shout out to Meeple.
Is that snow on the base?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's
Wow.
snow on the base. These things look incredible. You do see two wolves that are kind of lurking about, and it's almost like they're waiting. You can see they're just kind of lurking and waiting. And with that, you hear a guttural, audible. You hear something come out from this human, and y'all hear it too. Y'all look up and y'all see him, and you hear him just say something. Now, what languages does everybody speak, real quick?
Common and Dwarvish.
Common Dwarvish. Common Halfling.
Common halfling.
Common,
Dwarvish,
Gnomish, Halfling,
Dwarvish.
Elvish.
Jeez.
Common and halfling.
Okay. Yeah, nobody recognizes this language, but he says something, it's like, and he just kind of comes out, and it's very like guttural, like almost like Klingon. I was like, and he comes out, and as soon as that happens, you hear all these howls as the wolves start charging in. So everybody roll initiative. All right, go around the horn. Let's see, what do we got?
11.
11. All right, so Dane,
No.
sorry,
Randor.
Randor, is that 11?
4.
All right. 8. Ew! Ouch! Ouch.
Yeah,
Okay.
21.
Oh,
Nice.
Gulliver.
Hey-o.
Layla.
11.
11.
17.
17. Okay.
Nobody in the thick of it got anything.
My rolls are really bad on d20s. I'm gonna
All
try
right.
this one next.
Yeah.
Just keep rotating them, you know.
So am I still with them or am I creeping around?
Hang on, we're at
Okay.
the very beginning, so you're going to start your creep at the beginning here. Let's
Got
see.
it.
What? You're capable for this.
Whoa.
That you asked about.
Pretty good.
You're sneaking in the snow.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go straight down. Gulliver, you are first on the list.
Bonus action, Bardic Inspiration to Layla. So
All right, so how are you going to inspire her, though?
I'll play a short tune on my lute and give her a little song of courage. And
Thanks,
then
Golly.
I will whip out my hand crossbow and shoot at that wolf.
All right.
Natural 20.
That's the way to start it out.
Oh, man.
Bard go.
That'll be 12 damage.
Boom!
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, man.
So you
Don't leave me hanging.
you turn and like, Layla,
Douche.
you've got this, girl, and you pull out and you do like an action, almost like a Han Solo pose, as you like throw one hand up, and the bolt goes flying, and this wolf, like, you hit it right behind the left ear, and it just slides down the hill. And you're like, that's incredible.
Sweet.
All right. Nice shot. So that's your bonus. That's your action. Is there a movement?
Yep, I'm not gonna move.
You're gonna stand your ground. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that's one wolf down. Holy moly! All right. So that with me, I get to go next. If you could, I know from right there.
Yeah, put him right there.
He okay. He looks over and he starts moving his hands in a circular motion, and he like throws his hands out, and when he does that, this orb comes out of his hand and shoots forward out back, and it's going to go straight towards our friend Dane. So give me 1 second.
Naturally.
What's your armor?
18.
Whew! All right, so this huge like fiery orb comes out, and you duck behind your shield, and it just like melts off the shield. So your shield's fine, but the blast of that, you're like, jeez. So that comes through. All right, so next that's 21.
Lower the
that's
shield.
20.
You'll need more than that, laddie. Ben's on the shield.
Nottingham, you're next. You're next.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on that wolf.
Okay, so Ray of Frost.
Yep.
What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Ooh,
Is that more than 60 feet?
Yeah, you're gonna have to shift a little bit because he's working behind some trees. You're gonna have to go down to try to get that shot.
So
I mean,
we're not going
5 or 10 feet. If you want to slide down the hill a little bit and then take the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good on. Like there.
All right, so you're gonna kind of go flank behind, okay, and try to get your shot there.
Yep.
Okay, that's not a problem. All right, so now roll.
13?
That
Or no,
is-
not 13. 15.
That hits. All right, roll your damage.
Okay. 6 cold damage.
6 gold. Nice. All right, so the blast, you shoot the blast out. It hits the side over here and go. As it blasts the side of, and you see the icicles kind of sliding off the side of his fur.
And slowed by 10 feet until next turn.
That is very relevant. Okay. All right. Next we have, that was 17. The next in the list is going to be me at 14. Okay.
more wolves.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! That's a problem.
That's a problem.
I do not regret leaving the hill.
All right. So now we have more wolves that are tearing through. One of them that was lurking behind you, like shot straight up. And who was this in front?
Me?
Oh no! Oh no! All right. So he runs up, and he's gonna make a bite attack. He just lunges at you. What's your AC?
15.
I gotcha. Okay, you didn't even see him. You were caught flat-footed as he comes through. Okay, so he takes a snip at you. You do manage to jump back, so you only take 3 points of damage.
Alright.
But you need to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. So then, let's see.
Saving throws.
Oh, right. What? Oh,
It's that plus your strength.
okay. So it's a 6.
6. Oh no! Alright, so he bites you, and you kind of like stumble backwards, and you fall prone on the ground. And he's over you. He's over. He just bit you. And, and you just kind of see this growl, like he's getting like even more hungry. And as you look up, you notice that some of your blood is dripping off of its tooth. It's a little unsettling. All right. So that's your 14. Next is 12, which is going to be the next wolf. It's coming after Cade.
Yeah. Come on.
All right. All right. So it goes and it runs, and as soon as it takes a snap at you, you immediately just spin and just use your staff and just kind of push him out of the way.
Okay.
Like you're just like, no, wrong way.
Ole!
Wrong. Okay. Who's up next? That was at 12. Now I'm at 11, which is both. I've got 2 11s. I've got Layla and I've got Randor both at 11. So y'all do whatever you want.
Layla, you want to go ahead and go?
Okay. What can I do if I'm prone?
All right.
Is she grappled?
She's not grappled. She's just
Okay.
knocked down.
Okay.
So.
But does
So you
the
can
inspiration do anything?
Well, no.
Help me at all?
Not yet. You could stand up with half your movement speed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then do whatever.
Okay. I'm stand up.
So basically, you can roll backwards, and then what do you want to do?
Okay. Stab. That's exactly it. Okay.
Why, yes.
So,
All right, so you're gonna pull your daggers out and go after the wolf.
yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. So, 20.
Oh! Okay.
Wait, Nat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that close enough for sneak attack?
Nah, yes.
With the other one?
Him.
It is. Yeah. I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, and the next one.
12
Plus numbers.
plus numbers.
Yes.
So, 14.
All right, so both hit. So let's roll crit damage.
3.
Roll it
Oh,
again.
No, so
Did she get sneak attack?
Yeah.
She should double
sneak
attack.
attack's bonus,
7.
right?
Alright,
So
so
46 plus 4. Here's a d6.
Rogue
No.
stuff.
Okay, so that's
There
just
you
the
go.
crit plus the weapon die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the weapon die?
Right.
2D,
Numbers.
Numbers.
Okay, so that's just the sneak attack.
All right.
Roll that.
No,
It's
too.
real
The sneak
simple.
attack's
All right, so here's the
1d6.
thing.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so
If
that's
you roll backwards, you immediately lunge towards him. You take both of your knives and you slam both of them beside its head, and you just kind of bring it down as it's dead on the ground
Sleep.
and go to sleep. So you just ride it to the ground. So Layla knocks one out and then just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. I got you. And as soon as you do that, you just see his eyes like shake, like, and you just kind of put it down.
Right.
Just put him down.
Gotcha.
All right. Next we have
That was wrong.
Rendor.
Yeah. Okay, so
There's the lie.
I'm gonna go back and help out our friend. Where are we gonna say I'm at? Am I like right
to your
here?
knife.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. You can definitely get up to him.
Okay, so I'm gonna get up
Just
to
turn
him.
yourself around.
Turn yourself around.
There you go. All right. So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna attack him.
All right. You're gonna run up with your battle axe
Yep.
and shield. Okay. So swing your battle axe.
Oh wait, I'm doing the wrong thing.
Okay.
10, 16.
16. That is gonna be a hit. Okay.
7.
7. All right. So you go up and you take a slash at him. Let me get a. Even though you did a solid hit to him, it's a big wolf. Okay. It manages to kind of stumble back, and there is fresh blood off your axe. You're like, ah. Okay. So
This takes me back.
This takes me back. All right. So now that's 11. Now we're gonna go next, which is 8. Now I've got a tie on an 8, but I always give it to the players. So, Kate.
I'm gonna move myself back, flanking the wolf there,
Okay.
using my training.
Not a problem.
Give myself advantage on this,
Okay.
and just two hand strike with my quarterstaff.
2-hand strike. Okay, go for it.
Is a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 20, 30.
Yeah, that's it. Not a problem.
That does 5 damage.
All right, without a problem. So, both the strikes together, you guys, even though y'all have never met, it's like a military thing.
Yeah.
And
Double team action.
you immediately spin around, you take the staff, you pop him up against the head, and it knocks the thing unconscious immediately. I mean,
Yeah.
you hear something snap in the back of its neck as it drops to the ground. So the wolf comes down to the ground. Okay, who's up next? That's Cade. Now my other wolf. Alright.
Oh no.
I have this one. Come on, someone help me please. I can't reach.
Yeah, where do you want it?
Okay. Right on Dane. Coming out of the woods. No, Dane.
Here.
There we go. Yeah. Alright, so another wolf comes out, tearing through the woods, comes down, and you hear it. So you turn, and
Yeah.
your military training, you immediately sensed it coming, so you're able to. He doesn't get a surprise on you. Ooh, he's got you. All right. So even though you're able to turn, he does like you bring your shield up. He bites under the shield.
Smart wolf.
All right. Take 4 points of damage. No, five. Take 5 points of damage. DC. I need a strength check. See if he knocks you down.
Ugh.
What is it?
Strength
Save?
Yep. So what's your
11.
You made it. Okay. All right. So you're able to, even though he takes a bite out of it and he puts some pressure on you, you're able to plant that back foot and make sure you're solid on it. So we're not a problem with that. Now next, we run down to
Me in it.
yes, Dane.
Right. War axe straight to the face.
War action to the face. Okay, go for it.
I retort.
Bring your pity face with my axe. Bollocks. 11.
11. That's enough to hit.
Okay. Boom.
Nice.
12.
12.
Yes.
Okay, so it bites you, and as you plant that back foot, and he's right below you, you take your axe and the head comes right off.
Nice.
It was a lined up shot. A lot of this is your training. You just knew that he was wide open for you, so that wolf comes down. So someone knocked him down for me. So we've already got 4 of the wolves down. Okay. Now finally, I've got my next wolf. He's coming down, but he's going to be slowed, so he's going for Cade. But
They killed all my friends.
But fortunately, he's slowed because of the ray of cold. What is it, the ice?
Ray of frost,
Ray of
yeah.
frost. Okay, so he's slowed. So he's running down. Actually, I think about it, he can still dash and get there, but he's not going to be able to attack. So he runs up. He's just slower.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, top of the round, Gulliver.
I will cast Dissonant Whispers on that wolf.
Dissonant Whispers. Yeah, you do.
The target makes a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away as its speed allows.
All right, hang on 1 second. Okay.
Which does
Nasty
provoke.
that spell was.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it sure do.
Really? I thought.
The DC is 14 on your Wisdom save.
I can't make it all the way to behind.
Fail.
He takes 11 points of psychic damage and goes that way as far as he can.
He's like, and you immediately see like his head like kind
No, I
of
don't
jerk,
think
and you
he's
see some
sneaking
blood
it.
coming out of his
This is
ears as he
small
falls
fighting.
over.
Metal.
He needed to run, but he couldn't.
I'm probably getting
He was.
I'm gonna try
It
to.
was. He had a splitting headache from that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's Gulliver. Next is me. All right, I'm gonna Misty Step down.
Oh no.
Oh,
Where exactly going?
Dang.
About 10 feet away from Dane.
Here?
Yeah. Okay. All right, so you're going to Misty Step down. As soon as he lands, he looks up, and now that you're within 60 feet, you notice that he's not human. He's a wood elf, and he's carrying like a staff, and he's got like a lot of very naturalistic clothing on him and stuff, like patchwork stuff he kind of made on himself, like patchwork leather, maybe some hide. And as soon as he lands, he looks up at you, and you can see some markings on his face. Give me a religion check.
Hippie dippy druid elves.
Nope. No,
Can-
you know what it is.
being a-
It's ritualistic.
Being a paladin, can I?
You're not even looking at him.
Okay.
Yeah, you're knee deep in wolf.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So he lands, looks up at you, and he takes his hand up in the air and he slams it into the ground. Make a save.
What
Nine.
save?
Sorry, so reflex save.
17.
17. Okay.
Plus
Uh,
dex, 18.
All right.
Never toss a dwarf.
You stay on your feet, but you take 6 points of shock damage. You thunder blast. You stay on your feet though. I do take 6. So So what are you at?
I'm at 2, but when can I use second wind? Because I will be.
There you get to look it up. Okay. It's on
Bonus
the
action
bonus
or
action.
reaction?
Okay.
Bonus action.
All right, so that's him. So he misty steps down. He slams on the ground.
We heard that.
Hang on a second. Ooh. And with that, you hear a lot of things break, and I think your pill-wicking friend is not moving right now.
Oh no.
Okay. All right, who's up? That's at 20 now. After that, I go to 18. Oh, it's me again.
More wolves.
This one comes rushing out from behind.
Ah.
This one is much bigger than the other ones. Actually, as he's running by, you give me a quick perception check.
Yeah.
Nottingham, give me a perception check.
5?
Not even close. And who's the guy? Who's the person?
That's me.
Perception check.
7.
Nope, you didn't say anything.
Nope.
What about Layla?
Yeah.
Huh?
Layla's
Layla's. This is all. She's like putting the other
Okay.
wolf down.
Okay.
So he runs up to you. He is going to get advantage.
Yay.
I'm like a dwarf in between two soft places right now.
All right.
Some work to do here too.
And I can't run to either.
There it is. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a paddling.
Oh.
Oh, that's a paddling.
Oh, that's a bad.
That's a paddling. All right. Take 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
Make a strength saving check.
Oh. 15.
Oh, you make it. So he comes
Get off
and
me.
bites you. You roll back, and you're like, I mean, there's blood gushing out of your side, but you stay on your feet and you turn and you see this giant white warg standing above you. It's not white. It's more like
An off
black with a lot of like frost hanging
Sure.
off of him. Big sharp teeth. All right, so that's an 18. Who's up next? Will be Nottingham.
Okay. I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay.
And sleep.
Okay.
Nice.
All
Hope it
right.
works
Roll
out.
to see if you put him to sleep.
Who'd you put to sleep?
Hopefully the
Trying to
guy.
go for the elf.
Go to sleep.
Oh.
Oh, sleep is one of my favorite spells.
17, 26, 27.
Does not work.
Wow.
Alright, so you cast a spell, it does not work. He resists, and who's up next? After Nottingham, we go down to... I'm running out of wolves. I'm out of wolves.
Yep.
They're all down, so all those wolves are down. After that, Nottingham 17, we go to...
Layla or Randall.
Yeah, Layla and Randall.
Layla.
Randor, the berserker. Alright, Layla, what you got?
Okay, I guess I'm just gonna stab him.
You will get sneak attack as well. 'cause he was in a fight.
Yes, you can get sneak
Okay.
attack on him. Okay.
So 2 daggers, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
20s.
18.
That's gonna hit.
We're using a short sword, not the 2
Okay.
daggers.
Okay, well then, this one, 18. Plus 6, alright, whatever. And then what?
So you
Sorry
got
guys, it's been 11 years.
We got it. She's doing it. Layla's
All
on
right, so
it.
you're gonna roll 4.
24 and a 13.
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay.
Okay,
So
then what?
So
2d6.
for the very first one, it's
2?
yeah.
okay.
Alright, we're gonna roll some damage.
5, 6 plus.
That's 15.
15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And is that
Sorry.
both?
No, that's
the
one.
first one.
Okay, so 15, that hits. That
And then
makes
you roll
damage.
your dagger damage, which is a D4 plus the 4.
Okay.
Nope, D4.
D4.
Oh, sorry.
It's the two hit.
Yeah.
It's not plus anything though, because it's offhand.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
it's just D4. So
Yep.
you did 15 plus
1.
1. Okay, so you do 16 total damage. You stab into the warg. It kind of shakes back. There's some blood coming out of it. Okay, and then
Yep.
who's up next?
Randor.
Randor.
I'm gonna run to my dwarven brethren.
Quick perception check, please.
Brother.
No, that's a natural 1. You run right up to your dwarven brother. Go, charge! I don't notice anything. All right, so you run straight up. All right, you can actually, you've got enough. You can get up to him.
Okay.
I'll get to
To
you.
the elf or to?
Well, you get up to Dane. Now, what are you gonna do once you get up to Dane?
I'm gonna rage.
Oh, I would like to rage. All right, so you're like, "Ah!" and you're just raging, this mad as can be. You're not gonna be able to get up to him, but you're mad and in front of him.
Yeah.
Okay, so trying to draw the attack. Yeah. Okay, I'm down with that. You know what? I'll let you give an intimidation check. Just trying to see if you can pull. Yeah, that's pretty intimidating.
That's a 20.
Yeah, that's
That's
pretty.
19.
That's pretty intimidating. All right. So you go, "Ah," and you're just screaming and raging, and you look up, and the elf like immediately takes his eyes off of Dane and looks to you. So it kind of works as a taunt, we'll say. All right. So that's your turn. That's 11. Who's next on that? We go down to 8. Cade.
Am I aware
I'm about
of
to get
the
a
warg?
paddling.
Huh?
Am I aware of the warg?
Yes, you do hear a lot of things going on behind you.
They've got that. I'm going after the warg.
Okay.
So, do I have enough movement to get up to him and attack?
I will definitely give it to you.
Awesome. Can I get into flanking with him?
Give me a quick athletics check as you're running up the snow.
14.
Yes, you get it. It's no problem.
Cool.
Okay. All right, so you get up there, and then you can
Flanking.
flank. It's no problem.
Two hand strike with the
With the staff.
Yeah, with the
Okay.
quarterstaff again.
Go for it.
Is 9 plus is a 14.
Yes, that's it.
Cool.
Okay. Damage.
10.
10. Down he goes. You got him.
Non-lethal.
Again. You run up, huh?
Non-lethal.
Okay, that's fine. So you knock him out, knock him on the ground.
Yeah.
Weird but
Okay.
okay.
Huh?
Weird but okay.
Weird, but okay. All right, that was something he told me to do ahead of time. All right, so you go up and you just pop him on the top of the head, and it just collapses on the ground. Yeah, collapses on the ground. Okay, so that goes to me.
Tell me one of your friends.
This thing jumps over the bush and runs up behind Mr. Randor.
Come on.
He rolled a 1.
Surprise!
He rolled a 1, so I get advantage. Yeah, that's a hit. Takes. It's 10 damage of piercing, but you're raging,
I
so
don't-
it's halved.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think.
So you take 5. You do need to make a strength saving throw.
Which you have advantage on.
You do have advantage on that. Yeah, so roll.
You said strength.
Yeah. What, you get advantage.
yeah.
You get advantage.
Oh
Double
my God!
ones! Double ones. So you didn't even see it
Oh
though.
my
He runs up,
God.
he takes the bite at you. You're like, "Arr!" And you're screaming and you're raging. This thing jumps on top of you and rides you to the ground. Is now on top of you with his jaw around your neck. So yeah, bad day for Randor. Bad day for
bad
Randor.
day.
He's like, I'm so
That's
mad.
3 ones tonight.
I'm even more mad than I was before. Alright, so the giant warg is now mounting. Y'all want to use him as a mount. He's using you as a mount. So he rides you to the ground.
Willy away from me.
Right. Alright, now we get to Dane.
Bonus action, second wind.
Okay.
So 6 to my thing.
Alright, so
So
you take your second wind, you heal up, you shake it off, you're like, not today!
I'll deal with you in a minute, pointy ears. And I turn around, and because I'm assuming he's engaged with him, do I get advantage trying to lop this wolf's head off?
I will give you advantage on the attack, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, 11.
No, you don't. You miss.
Wow.
You're taking the second wind. You're more concerned about the elf, and you kind of give a half-hearted swing over.
Doors are rolling like poo.
Yeah. So you take a half-hearted swing at the warrior. You
Already aiming.
totally miss. And that gives us back to the top of the round.
I need
So
that bardic
top of the
inspiration,
round.
not
So
her.
now we're back to Gulliver.
I will step down the hill and cast Dissonant Whispers on the wolf.
Yes,
Since it
you
worked
will.
so well last time.
Get him
Right,
off
right.
me.
DC 14.
DC 14, and what type of save is
Wisdom.
it? You got me.
He's gonna take 10 points of damage and run that way as far as he can.
Run which way?
Away from me.
Away.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's on his turn. That's on his turn.
No,
No.
his reaction.
Oh, he uses his reaction
Yes,
to run.
and they get to attacks of opportunity.
He doesn't because he's laying on the ground.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, but you totally will.
Yeah,
That'll hit. All right, so
21.
roll damage.
That'll do it. 11.
All right, so he's like, all right. You can hear like this, like breaking down, and like you hear things cracking as he's kind of like contorting his head to this whatever this thing is hitting him. He leaps forward. You take another hack at him. You're like, "Arr!" And he kind of, does he recover? No, he slides across the snow you knock him off his feet. He's still alive, but he's now like basically he landed on top of your friend. 'Cause it's a tight space, so just lay him down. Yeah, it's
What if
yeah.
he already mounted on me to begin with?
Well, he tried to jump, he got axed, and then fell on top of your gnome Pillwick friend. And you hear him
Oh,
go,
him.
dude! The death dude! Alright, alright, so that is Gulliver. Alright,
I think you do more damage with your sword.
alright, me again. As soon as the elf sees this wolf go down, he looks up and he's just angry at this point. And
So
again,
am I.
and then he comes back and he's going to try to cast another one of these giant, like, fiery orbs in your direction. And again, you, like, axe the guy, shield, and you block it off without a problem.
Come on, pointy ears, give me better than that.
That AC 18's really helping out.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that shield is definitely a problem. All right, who's up after that? That's 20. I'm down to 18. He's dead. 17. Nottingham.
Alright, Nottingham is going to move forward another 25.
Okay.
And yes, Tasha City's laughter.
Okay. What's the save?
Wisdom save DC 14.
Made it.
Damn it.
Okay. And you cast a spell, and he like shakes it off, and he looks. He's like, "I'm coming after you." He's mad about that.
Yeah.
That's Nottingham. Now we go down to. He's dead. All these guys are dead. I just need to cross these guys out.
Layla and Randor.
Layla
Okay.
and Randor.
Yeah, Layla and Randor. Who's up? We'll do Layla first.
All right. So short sword and dagger again.
Okay, go for it.
All right, here we go.
On
You have to move.
To put him to sleep. Well,
The-
yours isn't dead.
This one is down. This one, sorry. This one's on. the
Oh,
ground,
okay.
Sorry. This one.
You can
is
finish him
unconscious.
though. Like,
If you want to fatality him, you can. He just knocked him out.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
You don't have to roll.
Oh,
He's
I
dead.
did it.
Yeah,
I did it.
Alright, so Kay takes the moment. I want to let's knock this thing out. Let's be nice. And Layla's like, no, stab.
Thanks for setting them up. Wow.
I did it.
She stacks it down, and she's like, "That's 2 for me." All right, so that ends the other warg.
Well then.
All right, so now we go. That's 21, 20, 11. Randor.
I'm real pissed.
Now I'm really mad. Hey, I was only kind of mad before, right? All right, so hop up.
Seething with rage.
Okay, hop up.
Actually, that is the wolf on you because he's
No,
gonna
he's
take-
on the no.
The other, yeah.
Yeah.
It's on
If
the
he's
note.
within X amount of feet, he might be dead from your radiant damage.
You have that already?
Do you not have it yet? No, I didn't realize that was.
No, that's like a level 3.
Is it?
Alright, so I'm gonna get up. I'm still enraged.
My
Yes, you
bad.
are.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for pointy ears.
Okay, so you're gonna run towards our elf caster friend.
Oh.
And
Sorry about that stream.
we're gonna go back to the mat since we've lost a camera due to the raging dwarf.
You see it happen.
Was that plus 15?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right, go for it. Roll your damage.
And then I get plus 2 because I'm enraged. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13.
Yep, he's down. He is done.
Nice.
Down he goes.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. You hit pointy ears.
Yeah, he pointy ears.
Okay. All right, so you run up, you slam him, and you put this huge hit on him, and he falls back onto the ground. He's like laying all the way on his back. Quick perception check. No. Okay.
No.
Dane, you're also standing right there. I'll give you a perception check too.
Nope.
No.
Okay. What'd you roll?
2.
No, that would be end note. All right. All right. So he falls back into the ice in the snow, and he's just laying down. Who's next? After that, we go down from 7, work our way down.
Me.
Kate.
This is dealt with. I know the gnome is still down. I'm gonna use both. I'm gonna use my movement and dash to get to him.
Okay. Movement and dash. All right.
Yeah. Is that enough to get up to him?
Let's check the
Should
map
be.
here.
2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5, 6,
yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can.
And
Yeah.
then hang on 1 second.
Just give me an athletics check. As you're coming down off the ice, right?
As an action. Yes.
All right. So give me a quick athletics check.
17.
You're fine. Okay, so you're running down without a problem. Run up. Now what are you gonna do?
All I have left is a bonus action. That's it.
Okay, so you just got up there. Okay.
Yeah.
You're running. Okay, so that's Cade. After Cade, we go to
Dang.
Dane.
Oh, you're mine, pointy ears! I'm gonna jump and try to just
Advantage attack.
war axe him in the freaking chest.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah.
All right, roll your damage.
9.
9. All right, everyone sit down. Back in your seats. Back in your seats. Action's over. All right. So with that, Dane, you jump up in the ground. You have your axe. You bring it down, and as you like sink it into his chest, the thing bounces off, and you're looking at it like this should have cut him in half. And you're looking like, and it's almost like shaking. It's almost like taking an aluminum bat to a tree, and you're shaking off like, what is this? And with that, the elf looks up and he kind of cricks his neck and he looks over and goes, "It's been a long time since I tasted dwarf." And with that, his ears start to grow up and his snout begins to come out as he stands up and begins to howl.
Oh, one of those.
Your weapon was not effective.
Oh.
And he's like howling and growling and like there's fur coming through him and he's like tearing through his clothes. His claws are like getting bigger and longer. And he was like 6 feet. He's getting bigger. And he's growing and he's growing. So with that, everyone gets an action before the werewolf gets to go.
Am I still enraged?
Yes, you are.
Alright.
Are we gonna do it in initiative order?
Yes, Gulliver,
Okay.
you're first. So you hear this howling and everyone sees it. He's just like,
Do we get an action or a turn?
full turn.
Do it for Adbar. Have some bardic inspiration, you, and then I'll
I-
shoot him with my crossbow.
Okay.
But, okay.
What? That's a 1.
You're a half.
Oh no! Wait.
That's an 11.
No.
That's fine.
It's a 1. So you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1 shooting into cover.
No. I'm a halfling. I re-rolled it, so it was an 11.
Oh, that's right. You
Yep.
totally
Lucky.
can.
Yep.
Lucky. Good. I was about to figure out which one of your friends you shot.
Yeah.
That would have been terrible. Okay. So you take the shot. It misses. It sails over.
We don't know that.
So but you, Dane, you just hit him with everything you've got, and your weapon was completely not effective. Now another crossbow bolt comes up, so you know something. They all are just like, "It's another wolf," but you, on the other hand, like, this didn't work. So that's Gulliver's turn.
And you have the bardic inspiration.
Yeah. That
The wolf gets to go.
Oh, I thought everybody got a.
Oh, that's right. He's transforming. He's
Yes.
transforming. So this is transforming turn. So he's like, "Argh!" The howling. I mean, he's
So, who's
he's
next?
getting worse and worse as the time goes. We're skipping over him. That was 21. We go to Nottingham.
Tried Tasha's hideous laughter again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I run up and tickle him.
And he's like, and nothing. It's like completely not effective on him. All right, that's him. Who's next after that? We go to Layla and Randor.
Okay, so if he's transforming, can I still shoot an arrow at him?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, sweet.
You
So-
do have the high ground. That matters.
All right.
And sneak
And
attack
everything.
because people are next to him.
Okay,
Yep.
so yeah.
So,
Alright.
yep.
I'll give you advantage.
Does
on
that mean
shot.
I get another one of these? Right.
So roll
Yeah.
2 of those.
Okay, got it. 17, 14,
Yep.
17, and then so what's 17 plus 6?
Okay, so the arrow, you see, you take the shot, the arrow sails through the air, it hits him off the chest and bounces.
Oh.
Did
Oh.
I see that?
Everyone saw that.
And I'm very embarrassed.
if you don't know what that is yet, you're getting pretty thick.
Randor, I'm so mad. I'm in front of this thing, and what are you gonna do?
You're too pissed not to attack.
I'll give you an intelligence check on that
Enrage?
Yeah.
with disadvantage.
He's also a soldier, though. Like, he should be able to assess the situation.
While he's raging?
Not 9. You're like, ah!
You have to go.
I have to.
Run up and charge. Hit him.
I'm gonna charge my shield. I'm gonna use blunt force.
Try to shield bash him.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
What is that?
That would actually be an opposed strength check because you're trying to bowl him over.
Okay.
All right, go for it. Oh, let's do
Roll again.
No, you hit. Now
Roll
give me a
strength
strength check.
check.
Yeah.
No, you win.
Yeah, I got 26. So you go and hit him, and he's just like, "Grr," and he grabs your shield, and he's like lifting it off the ground. You're like going with it.
Hey, what's up?
He's like, "Grr." You have a wooden shield, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, fun. Okay. So he's like grabbed your shield, like, "Grr." All right.
They don't call me Splinter Shield for nothing.
Yeah, everyone just Splinter Shield, right? All right, so after Randor, we now go to Layla, Randor, and now Cade.
So my problem.
I'm going, seeing all of this,
Mm.
I'm gonna put a hand on the gnome's back
Okay.
and use lay on hands and give him an HP, enough to get him up.
That's fine. Yeah.
Get
It's
it.
good because he had failed 2 death saves already.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So get him up.
All right, so he's
I'm gonna
like,
lift him off the ground
Okay.
and say run.
And he's like staggering. He's gonna get half a movement.
That's fine. I
But-
just push him.
Right. Yeah. He's
And
kind of
then-
running, and I mean he's still really hurt, and he's not quite sure where he's at, but he's running back.
And then I'm going to drop my cloak, take my silver shield out, my silver
Right.
silver knight shield out.
It's not silver.
That's fine.
It's silver
That's
painted.
fine. That's fine. it's steel. I'm assuming.
Right.
And I'm gonna put myself between
That thing. And,
that thing and this hurt guy.
Okay. All right. So you stand your ground. All right. Who's up next?
It's me.
Dane.
Boy, unless any of you lot got silver, we got to get out of here.
Give me a history check for you.
Absolutely.
I want to see if you even know that.
That would be a 14.
All right. So you don't know the silver trick, but you do know
That's
that
a werewolf.
you know it's a werewolf, and you know that you
Definitely should have
We
killed
should
him.
leave.
you can't you should have killed him. And
Okay.
right now you saw the arrow hit, so you don't know the silver thing.
Fair enough.
But you do know this is a werewolf. We can't handle this.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So what are you gonna do? You're calling that
I'm
out.
calling out that we need to just run.
Run away!
Okay.
And you have a movement. You want to run or? Randor's got this under control.
Can I grab him and say phalanx and just put our shields up together?
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll do that.
and just back up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll take it.
We're protecting everyone else.
All right, that's fine.
I got it.
All right.
Boy, Randall, drop that and get out of there, mate.
All right.
Gladly.
All right. Top of the round, Galwar.
You look like half a dog, vicious mockery.
Save is
Is wisdom 14.
Actually,
nat 20.
Okay then.
Oh, For those watching the stream, I have a D20. It rolls a 1 or a 20. It's more like a coin, and I try not to roll it, but I did that time, so it was 20.
Yep.
Force of habit, right?
Source of habit,
And
right? It
then-
just finds its way back into my hand. I don't know what it is. All right, so
I'm aware of.
resistance, right? Yeah, it's my precious. It's
Oh,
my precious.
there's nothing for a successful save, so
Okay.
nothing happens.
All right, now you do have a movement.
Run.
Time to go. Time to go.
All right, so you back away.
Yep.
All right, so you're running up the hill through the trees. You can get up to the embankment with the rope.
Okay.
Okay. From there, my turn.
I really wish my bash would have worked.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you're raging, so you take half of this. So you take 6. What does that put you at now?
5.
Level 1 hijinks. Alright. Make a Constitution save.
oh crap. Yeah. Is that for what I think it is?
We're a dwarf.
16. No, hold on. 18.
Okay. Alright, so he basically is lifting you up. He takes your shield, and as you're with the shield, he's like, ah, and he bites into you, and then he just throws the shield away, like he breaks it away from you. Actually, I will give you your post strength check to see if you hold on to it.
Okay.
Post strength check. You got a chance.
Are you still raging?
No.
No, you don't.
Are you still raging?
Yeah,
You have
was
advantage.
Advantage on that, so roll again.
No.
No.
All right, stop rolling on your book.
Yeah, stop rolling those dice.
All right,
'cause they're really
no,
bad.
this
He,
one-
he,
it's
he
either
takes
one
he
or
takes
20.
your shield and just throws it into the woods, and you drop to the ground as you're basically like bleeding out your chest a little bit. All right, so that's his turn, and he's roaring and just like salivating and eating more dwarf. Who's up after that? That would be Nottingham.
Ray of Frost.
Okay.
Nice.
That will be 17.
Yeah, hits.
Okay. 6 cold damage and 10 feet slower.
Gotcha. Okay.
And now that he's 10 feet slower, I'm gonna turn and go the opposite direction. I've started climbing up that embankment.
All right, that's Nottingham. Who's after that?
Me.
Okay, Layla.
I'm GTFOing.
GTF coming out. All right, so now Layla's also. You can get up to the rope as well. Now we have Randor. You've lost your shield.
I'm out.
All right, and with that, you're leaving. Okay. So you're just now. You can. Are you disengage and run, or just run and run? What do you want to do?
I don't want him to get it. He'll get an attack of opportunity.
Basically, what you can do, you can disengage and then run 30 feet or 25 feet. 'cause
Yeah,
you're-
25 feet.
Right.
This is not the fastest of groups. They are stout and hot, slow in feet.
Yeah. The disengage is the correct option.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. So you back your way off and make to the hill. Who's up after Mr. Randor? We now go to Cade.
Oh, I have an idea.
Run with me.
Since we're together, can we move back together?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm going to hold my action. Actually, we're up in initiative. We're the same.
Yeah,
So we're going to move.
y'all can run and then like defense.
move, dash, and then set up the.
Okay, I'll let you guys do that.
Set
That's
up the
fine.
phalanx again.
All right, so y'all move, dash, set up the phalanx. Okay.
So wait, did you? Wait, no.
I'm way back over there.
So we'll get. To,
I guess we have to cover him.
Yeah, that's basically what y'all can get up to him and turn and set up a
Also,
the smallest
he's
phalanx
like
there ever was.
Over there somewhere.
Our ankles are safe.
how's our little gnome friend doing?
He has made it to the hill. He's
Okay.
made it to the hill. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's like, dude, bro. It's like every left is a dude and every right is a bro. He's like trying to make himself up the hill.
Yeah.
So, all right, so that's these, and then we go to Mr. Dane. You're going back. You're back, falling back as well. Golliver.
I will continue
Now
running away.
you're at the rope, so now you can just slide down the rope.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So going down is not a problem with the rope. You
Yep.
can just basically like run down. It's fine. And you can get up to the river, and there's a bridge.
Okay.
So you can basically get all the way up to the bridge.
Cool.
Okay. Log. There's a log.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So you get up to that. After Golliver goes, we go to me. I am going to run up and try to bite Mr. Cade, the little one.
Yeah.
Going after you. Yeah, I got you.
18.
21.
Neat.
Yeah. So it's, yeah. All right. So take 8 damage
Yeah.
and make a save.
Yeah.
Constitution save, please.
Con save.
Oof.
That's not good. Con save is.
We're your paladin.
That's a 9.
Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. All right. All right. So he bites you. You're like, "Arr!" And he's like, "Arr!" and he, as he bites you, he goes, halfling tastes good.
Neat.
So now who's up? Who's up? That was after me. We got 17.
again.
Mr. Nottingham, you're at the rope. You can slide down the rope, and you can get to the bridge. Now, so you're basically up with Golliver. So y'all are at the bridge. Is there anything that you want to do once y'all are at the bridge?
Before I get to the bridge, or no, that's good. Once I get to the bridge, minor illusion, the start of the bridge, just spikes facing this way. Just 5 feet of spikes blocking the bridge.
Okay, I like that. Okay, all right.
Boy, did we know that.
I like that.
I'll let you know.
All right, I like that. All right. After that, we go to 17. We go down to the
Me.
11s, which is Layla.
Yep.
You can slide down. You see the illusion go up, so you can know that there's spikes are there, so you can cross the bridge without much of a problem. So is there anything y'all want to do? He just did the spikes. You're down at the bridge. Anything you want to do at the bridge?
Just getting out of there.
You're just running. Okay, gotcha. All right. After that, we're gonna go to that's the 11th. We go down to Kate.
We're gonna Randor still has to go.
Randor. Go.
I'm gonna keep running.
Yeah,
He's gonna leg it.
All right. Now, you run faster too, right? Not like a barbarian thing.
No.
No, just 25 feet.
Just 25 feet. Okay. All right.
It's a
So
dwarf thing.
it's a dwarf thing. Legs. All right. You get up to the rope without a problem. Next, we're gonna go after that. Randor is up.
Do I see the illusion though?
You're not there yet.
Okay.
You're up at the top.
And we're gonna move together.
All right, and then y'all move together. Now here's the thing, y'all both disengaging. So military guys, here's the thing. If y'all continue to disengage and run, this guy's gonna eat you up.
Yeah.
At some point, you're just gonna have to.
How about movement and dodge?
Could do that.
Because the dodge gives him disadvantage on attacks.
Yeah.
Was he able to catch them the last turn being 10 feet
Oh, he
slower?
can catch. Oh yeah.
Because I don't think he caught up to them last turn.
The issue is they're not running full because they're stopping to set up their phalanx. That's what I'm trying to
Because we're
tell
stopping to make
Gotcha.
sure you guys get away.
Yeah.
Oh, we're away.
Yeah.
Like,
Run.
one of y'all take one bite and get out of there. Because otherwise you're going
Either
to
you
keep getting
can
bitten
take a
every
He only
turn.
has one reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Run.
We're both hurt. I'll take it.
Um,
I'll go first.
Okay.
Which means he gets.
do I get an attack of opportunity on him when he does
Actually,
that?
he has the initiative, so he gets to choose. No.
Yeah.
No, no. All right, so you're just gonna run.
Yeah.
All right. What's your AC?
Is 18 with the shield.
You block it off with the shield. Good job. Alright, that's
Does it lay on the hands of
Alright, so you block off the attack, he bites at you, you
And then he
block it
whips
off. You have a shield or is it the staff?
It's the shield.
You have your shield out, is when you're
It's-
doing the
it's-
phalanx, right?
yeah,
Okay.
shield,
Alright,
but-
so he goes to bite, you block it off, and you start running back. You're able to get up top. Now,
You've got a full movement.
you've got a full movement because he's already, like, as he's biting him, you're like, that's my chance, run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I leg it to the point where I can at least offer Cade some assistance. I'm not leaving Cade by
Right.
himself.
Well,
So-
y'all both ran the same.
Oh, we go to the
Yeah.
same distance.
Yeah.
So, then
Yeah.
so I guess we're both at the
You're at
top
the
of
rope.
the hill.
You're
We're at the rope.
Right. All right.
Okay.
So top of the land. So Gulliver, what are you going to do You're at the bridge, crossing the bridge. Anything you going to do at the bridge?
I'm going to step past the illusory spikes and just wait on the bridge to make sure my companions make it over the hilltop.
So hold.
Yeah.
Just holding. Okay. You can just hold your action if you want to.
Okay.
All right. The wolf is slowed, so he gets up, but he's not going to get to you because
Okay.
he is slowed thanks to the.
Do you want me
ray
to
of
use
frost.
one of these guys instead? No.
Actually, no. You can use my werewolf.
No, we can just use the werewolf. That's fine.
All right. So you guys get up to the hill. Now everyone can slide down the hill. So this chase is going to work out because of the ray of frost. So y'all are able to get down to the bridge. Everybody gets down to the bridge. Fast forward, and he's right on you. He's running, but the slow off of the ray of frost. How long does that last?
1 round.
Yeah,
Is it 1 round?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think it is.
But it's going to give y'all enough of a lead,
window,
a
yeah.
window, right? So he's right on y'all as y'all are sliding down the hill.
The spikes are a problem.
Now
Yeah.
y'all get
We're
to the
motioning
bridge.
you to like come on through.
All right, let me see if I. He does not. I rolled that. He does not see the spikes. All right, so you guys get up to the thing. Everyone that's crossing the bridge now. Y'all are already there. Y'all are across. You guys are running up to. So y'all are gonna have to make an athletics check or acrobatics, whichever one's best, to cross it because you're running it.
I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
2024.
All right, so y'all run across it. The wolf, as he's running, does his investigation check. Rolls 1 and says, "I'm not getting on those spikes," and he's gonna leap over the spikes.
Oh.
I don't know.
Wait.
Yeah. Yes.
Have we gone a full round? Because
No, we're kind of fast forwarding.
okay, because
So-
there's an action I want to do.
What's that?
I want to try to see if I can, with all of my strength, smack this log and see if I can break it.
Okay.
Can I assist with that?
Yes,
same here.
yes, y'all can. I'll let y'all do that because he's running. So basically, y'all are doing this as he's in midair jumping.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all do this.
So roll with advantage.
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Still gonna.
Athletics check. So
It's
Is it a check?
Yes, because you're trying to move the log. You're trying to smash the log.
Okay, then that's 18.
Okay, all right. So you're able to smash the log. It does splinter it. When he jumps up and lands on it, the weight of him coming down will break the log, and it'll put him in the river.
Okay.
So the ice breaks. Werewolf goes into the river. Y'all on the other side of it, and now y'all can boogie back to town. Is there anything y'all want to do? He's slashing in the water and like and everything, but the ice and everything is kind of. I mean, he's dealing with the fact that he's in frozen water at this point.
Who else is injured right now?
Huh?
Like on our way back to town. Who else?
Oh,
is
so
injured?
y'all are hoof it back to town.
Yeah.
I was bit by a werewolf.
So is he.
Okay, so you guys are bolting back to town, and as y'all are bolting back to town, that is where we're going to stop tonight, and we'll pick it up next week as we get back to Gravelwood and find out what y'all are going to do about a werewolf problem. So, all right, everyone on the stream, hope you guys have enjoyed it. We will pick up next week on Monday at 7 o'clock. We return to Gravelwood for more tall tales and short stories. We'll see if Fink Dinkelschmidt was able to protect the town
This
and the
guy.
women from all the virtue, I guess. And then we'll also see what our heroes do to figure out what they're going to do about a werewolf problem at level 1. By next week, we'll see. All right, and until then, we'll see you guys, and thanks for watching.